This fucking useless cunts.
You're going for doughballs.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious? Oh. Hello. You're watching Stretford Paddock. We just got put straight live there out of surprise. You're watching the Watchalong for Man Utd against Newcastle. Also,
Came out of nowhere.
Week number 8 of Can This Get Any Worse?
Are we actually live?
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah.
Joining me today.
Wow. Talk about a build-up, like.
Yeah. Joining me today. We've got Stephen. How are you, mate?
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone.
Alex.
There we go.
Great.
We're not even
Smashing.
live.
Yeah. And Patrick, how you doing, mate?
I'm very good. Yeah, I'm knackered.
Good.
And I'm about to watch a shit
deep end there, didn't we?
performance.
Sorry about that, everyone.
It's not public, so.
How's everyone
It,
doing?
pro-
What
it
are we
is.
expecting
It
today?
probably is.
Are we expecting
I
anything
don't
good?
believe you. No.
No,
No.
it's gonna be
Same again.
I've ordered dough balls. They're usually pretty good.
I know. Grind out a 1-0
Is that all you've got? All you've ordered is dough balls?
No.
What else you got?
Fucking
Straight into the food. This might be the fastest we've ever got straight into the food.
Alright.
Oh, so
Insane.
Yeah.
He's a good
Well, it's not
producer.
an
That's
not
why.
even kicked off yet into the food.
He's a great producer.
Steve's here, which means, you know, the time talking about food
Yeah.
increases dramatically.
Speaking of Steve, we've seen Steve Bruce on the screen here, who is struggling at Newcastle. I mean,
Looks
we're
happy
doing
though.
bad.
Look at him.
It's
He
not
looks
exactly-
Like, he looks
like
fresh
a burst
faced.
pie.
It's not exactly like it's an easy job.
Well, it's not, but it.
He's had his Gregs today, so
He's had his daily Gregs. It
yeah.
could be worse.
He actually got it on the way and he went through the drive-through one.
I think even if United are relegation candidates,
But they're not.
which let's not rule it out, we should still be beating Newcastle.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Even if we were fucking
Give
Crystal
it a
Palace.
share on my WhatsApp.
Actually, they're doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, we're going to make them look like
get this going.
they're a top 6 side by grinding out a
Fortress.
1-0 victory, probably
Yeah.
scored by Juan Mata penalty.
I'd
You know,
take that.
something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He can score them, can't he? I think he's probably got our best percentage rate at this point, if you take into account
What, goals to
penalty
games?
shootouts. No, of
Penalties.
penalties.
Probably. Actually, maybe Rashford, although he's only, what's his score?
He's only
missed one.
He's only missed one. So
Yeah.
Rashford can't take
What are you
a
expecting
penalty.
today, Steve? You don't seem very optimistic. You're hungry.
Do you know what? I'm fucking hungry and I'm tired because I did last night's UFC. So fully expect me to sit here and complain.
Just be a
like I'm
whinging
getting
bastard.
paid for every moan that I do.
Yeah.
There's lots
Which, in a
of
way, you are.
Yeah.
do with it.
I mean,
We add you cash under the table every time you whinge.
Is it like 50p a go?
Something like that. Any more than that would be
Outrageous, wouldn't it?
yeah, it would be. What are you expecting, Alex?
0-0. I just don't see how we're going to score.
We're so full of just optimism.
They're really
we're excited to see United play.
mean, it's-
I
We're
think
really
we're
shit.
gonna see United win today. I've got my McDonald's.
Oh
here.
yeah, I think I agree, but I think it's going to literally be a 1-0
Enjoying
win,
Scabby, isn't it?
like a 1-0
Really
win
horrible.
against Newcastle.
Yeah.
They're going to have nothing all game, and then they're going to look like they're going to score like a scrappy goal in the
Yeah,
last
but
5
1-0.
minutes.
1-0, you said. That's all right. I'd take 1-0.
and I think we are going to come out 1-0, but that's not fucking good.
Clean sheet.
1-0 against Newcastle.
Yeah, but what that's...
You look at
we
that.
say that,
You
though,
look
but
at
that is good.
You look at that starting 11. There's 5-6 players on that pitch who shouldn't be anywhere near a Manchester United team. Or at least in 2019.
And maybe in that way, a 1-0 isn't the worst result in the world if you actually consider who we've got playing for us.
If we can get a win
Any
today,
win is good. We just need a win.
and then you've got international break and actually get some players back, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
that bad.
No,
because
we've got
everyone
more-
else
No,
is...
because what's going to happen is Rashford's going to go and play for England and get injured.
He's already injured.
Yeah.
How many injuries does he have
It's
to
true,
play
isn't it?
with?
You know it's going to happen.
How does he
He
keep
shouldn't.
playing?
He shouldn't.
And then we're going to have to play Lingard as a false 9.
He's injured as well.
This is the
Yeah, but
situation.
Lingard's not fit either.
No.
Even the players people don't like aren't fit.
Oh, we'll go back to Afghanistan, mate.
United were good then. I mean, obviously the whole war side of things
Yeah.
wasn't ideal, but
2006. No, it was a transitional season, wasn't it?
It was fun.
Just watched Chelsea win the league again.
true.
And we signed Michael Carrick. And what I do remember, it wasn't really social media; it was forums and message boards and stuff. But there was some outrageous amount of fume when we signed Michael Carrick. What the fuck have we signed this crab for? And if we'd have given him number 24, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the same.
No one cared.
No.
Someone went, "Why don't you have Roy Keane's old shirt?"
Give him
That's
16.
a great idea, isn't it? I mean, Michael Carrick, I think probably still because of that, took a long time for a lot of people to take to him. But he was outrageous.
Well, it's 'cause he's a very sort of European football in the sense that he does the job that you don't really get.
I think
a
the other
huge
thing
acclaim
that
for.
summer,
Oh, if he'd have been called
It's the
Mikhail Carrico.
He'd have been regarded one of the best
we
players
were
in the
linked
world.
with Ronaldinho all that summer as well, and we didn't get him.
No, that was 2003.
Wasn't that the same summer?
No, because we got Ronaldo instead of Ronaldinho.
No, I thought it was the same. Someone was Carrick.
And that was Kenyan. That twat who bent over to. Apparently, my shit's been delivered.
Well, it hasn't.
Definitely hasn't.
Somebody upstairs, in one of the studios has just taken it and has ran off.
Right, today can fuck all the way off, can't it? You're mad.
What are your predictions then? What are you thinking?
I'm predicting I'm going to launch this fucking table if I don't get my dough balls.
Dough balls. What dip do you go for with the dough balls?
It comes with butter.
It's Kieran. Kieran saying, I can hear Cam buying FIFA points behind the camera.
No. What does it come with?
Sake.
Butter. Sound. Bread though, innit? So think about it. It's not as crazy as thing.
Bread and butter's alright, innit?
Kieran says I can hear Cam buying FIFA points.
Yeah, I just saw that. You aren't even Irish. Apparently that's you saying that, Steve.
I think this is my order. Excuse me. Bonjour.
He's on the phone to Deliveroo, for God's sake.
Hello?
Yeah.
We're excited for the game.
He's called up the head office.
Yeah, he knows a guy. Look at him.
Hey, at least it's not one man in front of his webcam laptop.
No, that's true. I mean,
Yeah, but
Cough.
4 people eating McDonald's instead.
I know which one I prefer.
yeah.
There's, I think that's this girl.
There we go.
Don't know.
All right, okay. You didn't need to.
There's
agree with
Andreas
Sam
wearing
on
number
that.
15. Oh, best United player ever. Ashley Young. Sorry.
I think.
Best United player ever.
Are you excited to see Twanzebe and
Yes.
Maguire together?
What's he
Yes.
said?
Because I think I have a feeling that could be the combination. Honestly,
All right.
I feel like I like Lindelof a lot, but he does have a tendency to just be physically outmatched. Whereas Twanzebe, I don't think he can be out. I think he's going to
Twanzebe's look good every time he's
beat this Newcastle attack up, and I think that's why he's playing, because Solskjaer trusts him more in the air, and that's what Newcastle are going to be doing. So
And Lindelof's also broken now as well. That's
yeah.
I mean, he's looked good most of them, but what do we know
we
what's
have
up with
to
Lindelof?
I think it was his back. They said. So,
They're always easy injuries to get over,
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
Solskjaer was blaming the pitch from Alkmaar.
St. Maxime with a headband on for an inexplicable reason. And he has to have
Loads of
it
academy
looks like he has
players.
to have tape on the Gucci
You
bit.
were saying that before, weren't you, Steve? A load of academy players,
4 on the bench, 4 in the team.
which is
I guess is a positive, but ultimately, you know,
they? Sorry for eating.
I don't just want. Don't be sorry for eating. We all got to eat. I would say it's not just about having academy players in the team for the sake of it. They've got to be in there, aiding their own development, so they can be productive members of the first team in future. I'm actually shocked Matic isn't playing today. I thought that was an absolute tap in.
Would you want him to play?
Well,
I
Matic or Fred
selected
isn't.
him.
Yeah.
Matic or Fred isn't exactly
Over
a lovely
Pereira?
choice to make. Is
No,
it?
but I actually had him in over Mata.
Oh really?
Well, I went for a midfield 3 because I don't think 4-2-3-1's digging it in the slightest. So, just lads, I'm
4-2-3-1 isn't working.
depressed and I'm hungry.
But is it the formation? It's hard to. How much effect does a formation have?
Massive.
But obviously it has a fair effect. But if you put a good team in a slightly different formation,
Yeah.
a lot of
Well,
teams can
also,
play
like,
multiple formations. Well,
Stoke, when they was peak Stoke, and Barcelona, when they was peak Barcelona, both played 4-3-3.
Yeah, exactly.
But the execution of those.
yeah, of course.
was massively
That's what I mean. Though I mean the formation itself, I don't think is the problem.
Yeah, there's
the
absolutely
way we played 4-2-3-1.
Maybe, yeah.
I think even if we just carried on playing 4-2-3-1, we would look better 4-3-3.
Yeah.
With the same
I think-
personnel.
Right.
I think if we had the striker, the additional strikers that do it, I think we should play with 2 up top.
Will, come here, Sam.
I would
We've just
play.
not got the
I would
wingers
play
for it.
4-4-2. We don't have the wingers or the strikers to make that.
because even if you had Martial and Rashford, who'd you put out wide that's going to do the work?
Well, no, you're absolutely right.
You can't. You've not got anyone.
We
there that's gonna
need
do-
Let's put
a
Greenwood
striker
and
and 2
Rashford up
wingers,
front, or Greenwood and
and an
Martial up
attacking
front.
midfielder. Because then you can have McTominay.
But our midfield isn't
Pogba,
good
I
enough
don't
to
know.
only
No,
have
it's
2
not
players in
either.
midfield.
No.
So we need 3 in midfield.
It's why-
That's-
Yeah,
is a-
anyway.
is a
We
holding
needed
2.
3 anyway.
Yeah.
It's right. It's
But when
just a weird
Very
catch-22 situation. You can't win.
2 long times.
As we see Sean Longstaff there, United's
Old Matty.
one that got away.
Yeah, because that would have made all
Does
the
anyone
difference
know
to our
how?
season.
Well, does anyone
might
know how
have
he's
done,
played this season? Has anyone seen much of
Has
him?
he played 1 game or something? I'm pretty sure he played
Longstaff,
1
he's-
game or something.
Oh, mate, they're going to do us.
No, they're not.
Andy
Come
Carroll.
on, Steve.
No, they're
I've
not.
got a bad feeling
Oh
with
no!
Andy
I've just
Carroll on the
seen it on the bench.
Andy
Last
Carroll.
minute Andy Carroll winner. Fuck's sake.
Is he fit, Andy Carroll? I mean, obviously
He's
he's
on
on
the
the
bench.
bench.
He never has been.
He's just been not fit up until this game, though, hasn't he?
Yeah,
He's not been playing.
He has
That's why he
played
hasn't
for
been
him.
playing.
Did he
Yeah, I
come off
think
the bench
he's
the other
come
day?
off the bench.
What
both
do you
times.
What do you think of Dallo? He's playing recently because attacking, he's good. Defensively, he's shy, isn't he?
I mean, attacking, you can say he's effective, but his number one attribute is to whip a crossing
Yeah.
for someone who's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Or a type of forward that we don't have.
He's
at
a
the
wing
moment.
back, isn't he? He's not a.
He's a winger.
He's-
honestly, I don't think he can't defend, but he can attack quite well.
I don't think it's fair to say that he can't defend. I don't think he's a terrible defender. I think he's a better defender than Young is at defending. I just don't think he's.
I don't know. Young can't attack, but he can do a little bit of something defensively. Not very good, but a little bit.
Yeah, I think
more.
Dallo
I think
can
than
do
Dallo.
that.
I think more than Dallo.
Brandon Williams is 19th man today.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Brandon Williams should be playing.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
He's
with
very
that.
unlucky not to be. Do you know what? Considering he only made his debut about 10 days ago, and he played half the game,
He's looked a
then
lot
he got
better.
a full game.
Yeah.
Now he's the 19th man. That's what you call working your way into a team. And I hope if because let's be honest, on the face of things, it doesn't actually look like much is going on. It doesn't, does it? So
What, at United?
yeah, it really doesn't feel like there's a
generally.
lot going on in general. But
No.
if there's something going on in terms of like, you can see at least him moving up through the team.
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah.
okay, there's something happening here, isn't there?
Well, it's the same with Gomez. Same with Greenwood. There is a process, and over time, by the end of the season, I would expect to see Greenwood probably starting and Gomez probably starting. Obviously, Gomez I want to see starting because
But it depends how good
there's,
they are,
there's,
though,
there's room
because
for Gomez
as
to play
much
in
as
the
I
There's
like-
midfield.
creativity there, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
But
why
as
he
much
should
as
be
I like
starting.
Gomez, he hasn't done that much for
No,
United yet.
no, that's
At
why
least
it's a
Greenwood's got a
process.
couple of goals. Yeah,
Why
of
it's a
course.
process,
But
you
what I
know.
mean is, I wouldn't just say I want him to be starting every game by the end of the season. He has to prove himself in the time that he's given.
Oh, for sure. I'm saying
Yeah.
I think he will have
He
done
will
that by
prove
that
himself,
point. You
yeah.
know? That's what I think. I think that is the
think the
process.
players-
I'd be
I
happy
don't
with the
think-
end of the season if we're in that situation.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think the players around him have helped.
As the game
Angel.
kicks off there, chip ball up to Dallo first of all, winning a header.
Harry Maguire,
Push him out.
our best attacking player.
Probably. He's the only one that wins any headers. Is it United's haven't scored from a set piece in longer than all the other
Yeah.
top six
Yeah.
teams put together and doubled, I think. Or just
Whoever
about.
whoever's designing our set
20
piece
odd days.
situation, don't know
Saint
what they're doing.
Maxim
That's Saint
running
Maxim. He's
straight
probably
through-
he's probably gonna have the game of his life today.
Straight through
Comes
United.
forward,
They got
goal.
a shot on. Oh, good block by Young. Newcastle looking dangerous then.
Everyone fuck off, man. Seriously. What is going on?
So Saint
the
Maxim's
second
gonna have the game of his life
He's
today.
just
And
walked
what
through
is
us
what is
there.
Fred doing?
he just stands still.
He
doesn't
just-
Where's that?
I'm so
To be
confused.
fair, Young doesn't
Young
do
does-
too bad.
Young does
No,
well
he's
there,
He's-
to be fair.
yeah, he does all right because he had to stop that shot
Yeah.
inside, and then he still covered his man. But we're struggling. Who else is meant? Oh, right. Calm down, everyone. This is gonna be all right.
Fucking
Offensive
Woosah.
clearance.
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be fine. Daniel James wins that back and then loses it.
Is it going to be alright, though?
No, of course it's not.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, Mike Dean's ref. That's
Fantastic.
That's good.
Can't wait for one of our players to be sent off.
The fledgling baby bird. Brown sauce always with eggs. I like ketchup with eggs.
Fuck eggs.
Fuck eggs, he says.
okay.
I don't really have a sauce with eggs. I just
You
usually
heard
don't.
that first here. Fuck eggs. So birds and reptiles, fish, eat shit.
Yeah.
It's just,
Mammals or nothing.
Fuck you if you eat eggs or came from an egg.
hang on. A
You
minute.
came from an egg.
Hang on a
A little
minute.
bit. You came from half an egg. No, half of you came from an egg.
Wait, no. What? All of us did.
No, half
Definitely.
of your DNA came from an egg.
Oh,
Shut
yeah,
up.
Right.
I don't want your fucking logic here on a Sunday afternoon.
Get out of here with your
Oh, it's gonna be a red card here straight away.
Fred
No.
card. Fred took down Almir on there.
Oh, is that-
We've got to lighten it up a
That
bit.
was
Lads.
unnecessary.
Got to lighten it up.
he?
Just trips him.
Did he?
No, there
Yeah.
wasn't
he
much
lost
Almiron
it.
looks like he's like from one of those like 90s boy bands called.
Do you what?
Like,
I don't think he
There's
touched it.
zero
A1 or
contact
something.
there
Yeah.
whatsoever. Scott McTominay, player of the month. Discuss.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Leicester performance was very good.
it was like Luke Shaw, player of the season. He was
I mean, that was
was
The best of a bad
there's
bunch.
not really anything.
I'm literally going to fuck my mic off over here because I'm
Yeah,
more
he's eating
interested
the
in it.
sloshiest.
I mean,
slop.
like when you take into account,
you can just give us the occasional scream and shout. Charlie Christie says poached, scrambled or fried. Obviously, Stephen is not going to take part in this. Poached, scrambled or fried.
scrambled.
Scrambled.
with
For
spinach and tomato
poached,
in it.
But it's a lot of faffing about in it.
Yeah.
Scrambled.
I've
stuff's
been
a lot
getting
easier.
into fried eggs in a big way recently. That, that crispy little
Mm.
bottom.
3 fried
Yeah,
eggs
sick.
on 3 or 4 potato
3 fried
waffles.
eggs on 3 or 4. Free kick for Newcastle, straight to the wall.
That's my personal. I was going to have an eggy
Go on,
breakfast.
Dan,
I'll go for
lad.
that.
Dan
Go on,
James
Daniel James.
racing away there. It looked like he got pulled back slightly.
I think I've enjoyed watching him this season so
Yeah.
much more than
I think
most
he
of
might
United
be him and Wan-Bissaka
Bring
were
me
my
back
2
in.
favourite
Got a
players.
dad joke.
Oh, go
Oh
on.
god.
Am I in? We was in went Sheffield yesterday. Went to Meadowhall. Was having a look at them. Do you know the fucking ridiculous McQueen trainers that every fucking footballer in the world
Yeah,
wears? There's some glittery ones. So I was looking some for the missus, and she was like, "Not sure if I like the McQueen trainers." And I went, "No, I do." I was like, "Owen Wilson's a fucking great character in that film." And she just looked at me like, "Bellend."
Jesus Christ.
What,
Lightning
from
McQueen
Cars?
from Cars. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing.
Right, fuck
Amazing.
off.
It's a Cars
Okay.
joke.
This is a car
Back to
joke.
his past.
What
Mic
a,
off.
what a relevant
It was probably
film
fucking
to
better.
take the mick out of.
It was probably better
You had to be there.
when I wasn't as tired as I am.
I like. How much are they? They're expensive then.
What fucking free ton?
Are they? It's too much in it.
Oh, there they are.
Inflated Sam
Too
Too
Smith.
much for
Alexander McQueen
I know, they are
oversized
just
trainings
like
370, 540 for some rarer ones. Look at that.
We can't keep hold of the ball even for a minute, according to Shara.
That's Manchester United's
yeah,
scouting
that's
budget.
about right, isn't it?
350 quid.
We've got loads of scouts, but they're just we don't really.
They're just
seem to do
crap.
much with them. No, well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
This summer wasn't as bad.
So one of them said Fred
Just
was
leave it
ready
there.
for the Premier League.
You didn't really need some serious, like, low-key fucking... There was no laboratory needed, was there, to see that Maguire was better than what we had and Wan-Bissaka was better than
No.
Young.
Yeah, but it's also the
James
laboratory
does.
that came out with Fred is going to be Premier League
But
ready
then
because
also,
that's
you,
worked out.
you would think generally that.
He probably would have gone to City and been min.
But you look
Yeah.
at some of the signings
Yeah, because
we've
he probably
made.
suits that style of football. But I don't know, man. Fred just. How many misplaced passes did he have against Alkmaar? I don't have it on me, but a lot.
It was, yeah.
That was his. I think that was his opportunity to say, "Yeah, I can play first team football." And yes, you can play
I mean, he's in now.
McTominay.
He's there.
You can play McTominay, Fred, and Pogba. He's in now, but he wasn't impressive enough. He's in because we have no other options.
Ashley Young couldn't trap a fucking bowling ball. Useless cunt.
Don't think we've ventured into that final third at all so far.
What the fuck was the issue there?
There was nothing.
There was no one within
No
10
reason.
fucking metres of
Twanzabe's
him.
winning.
It's just a simple ball played to his fucking proper foot, and he just let it go for a throw-in. You utter fucking dick.
So Stephen's a bit cranky today. He had a late night.
There's
last
there's,
night.
there's going to be something
It's
going
all
on
right.
out of context.
It was
United
almost
on
7
this.
this morning.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like a Larry night on the town. It was just
No, watching
watching other blokes hug each other until 7 in the morning.
Well, I mean that's not unlike most of
Darth
his
Watson
nights, to be
says,
fair.
if we lose today, do you think Ole will get sacked?
No,
No, I don't.
shouldn't be either.
No,
And if
I
you
don't
think
want him
that,
to get
jog
sacked.
on.
I don't want him to get sacked. Yeah, we do struggle to keep the ball, don't we?
Yes, because
So
we have
also-
crap
Hey.
midfield. First misplaced pass of the day.
Give
from
him
Fred.
give him a break.
That was cut out. That's not.
That wasn't
wasn't
that
it.
bad.
It's going to give a few away.
He struggled to do a lot of things.
I'm not against it.
It's
obviously.
almost as if you've chosen a player that you don't like, and everything he does annoys you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not.
Who'd do that?
So yeah, imagine having
Like me.
have a agenda against Scott McTominay.
Open book.
Darth Watson says, "What's Howson eating? I'm hungry. What are you eating?
Chicken pasta from Pizza Express.
Chicken pasta
Good.
from Pizza
Smells
Express.
Polo Alfano, I think, if you want to get technical.
It looks lovely. It does look
Fascinating discourse here.
Cheers for that,
From
Cameron.
Thanks, mate.
lovely. Yeah, not a lot's happened really so far, is it? Newcastle had that good chance to
I'm
start
going to
with.
crack the dough balls out in a minute because I'm fucking
Is
depressed.
that a euphemism?
No.
Oh. Stephen stands up and cracks out his dough balls. Oh, it's
There we go. Look at it. Oh,
That's a shame.
it would have livened up the stream. Honestly, we'd have to be on a different website. That's gone.
I've got mine under the table, but that's all right.
They can't
he's-
see it.
He's eating his third lunch. Is that fair?
It's breakfast, mate.
This is breakfast, mate. So he's been asleep.
At fucking R4 in the afternoon, by the way.
Isn't it amazing how depressed we all are?
I'm
Thanks,
not
thanks
really.
to
It's
thanks to
quite
this
natural, to be
thanks to
honest.
this United team.
I'm quite excited.
Thanks
I'm
to
looking
this
forward
United
game.
team.
I do. Do you still look forward to watching United?
Yes, because I like watching football, but
Yeah, I love
no, because
I would say I'll refer you to the meme that I saw on our Slack chat before Adam sent. Hurry up and lose so we can go home.
Yeah,
We're still going to watch them. It's just
yeah, of course.
at least Fred
If,
passed it forward.
if you're not watching your team because
I
they're
agree with.
losing, then you don't really support them.
Well, yeah, there's not a case of not watching it, but it's whether you're looking forward to watching them. That's what.
That went.
it's just like that. Just let that go out.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, don't please
Yeah, that's
don't.
right.
We're
Do I
not
think
going to talk about
Stylebender
that.
will face John Jones? I don't think he should.
No.
Welcome to MMA latest. We're going to be.
John Jones. If John Jones wanted to just take him down and beat the shit out of him, he would not be able to do anything. But the thing is, John Jones, he wouldn't. He'd stand up and beat the shit out
No,
of
he
him
tried
instead.
to. He tried to stand up with him, which might be an entertaining little exchange. But
I
I
don't
think
think-
he's so much more of a big human.
Yeah, I think Starbender would struggle to knock him out, which I think is what he would have to do to beat him. Because if he lost the first round or
All
two,
the way back to
Jones
De
could just
Gea.
take him down and do what he wanted with him on the ground.
Joel Romero needs to come out wearing a fucking singlet to face Stylebender.
Yeah.
And De Gea's ball goes
Dive at
straight
his
out.
feet. Has
Wonderful.
anyone taken out? What has anyone taken him down? Much.
No, not really. And you think that'd be your go-to move,
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
it?
what
But he's
I'm-
also been pretty well matched, so he's not really faced anyone that you'd consider a serious wrestler.
Yeah.
Serious wrestler.
Have we got a screen for all these MMA characters
Costa
on this Stretford Paddock?
I know. Obviously, there was a lot of
He's
standing
got a
with
good,
Romero.
yeah, he's got a good ground game.
He's so big. Imagine
He's so jacked.
UFC
so
fan
like
Patrick.
he's
no.
got to be so strong.
No.
I know obviously they're in the same division, but he's
I like
he's stronger
boxing.
than
Mate,
him.
I've just
imagine you
never
come
got
home
into
and that's
UFC.
banging your missus.
That's it.
You ask him if you want a brew, don't you?
I mean, no,
I just moved
I
on.
watch it. I have no idea what's going on.
Give you a
Yeah.
brew.
That's like me with cricket, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he'll struggle against.
Right, so I should have cashed out
Jones.
today.
Yeah, so City.
Wow,
So I put a really straightforward bet on. Really straightforward. It
was
should have
it?
been really straightforward.
Talk us through it.
It's the other Manchester club is going to let you down.
Arsenal, Chelsea, City, and United just to win. Dead easy. Not bad odds. It's like 4.5 to 1, I think, something like that. So I had 50 quid on it, I think. Just a nice, easy one like that. Arsenal take the lead nice and early. Chelsea take the lead nice and early. Get offered a cash out for 75, 80 quid, something like that. I think it got up to 90 at one point. And I was like, nice. And I was like, City are going to score a goal at some point, aren't
Cash
they?
out there.
Yeah, they're always gonna-
And do you know what the nightmare is? I actually hovered over the draw because it was 8 to 1. And it was like 1 to 7 for City to win, but 8 to 1 for the draw. And I was like, I actually fancied 0-0. Now, I would have been wrong because as it turned out, Wolves went and absolutely fucking smacked them around, didn't they? But as if it was City that let us down. I went round my old man's just as I got offered the cash out, dropped the baby off. And I was like, just been offered a cash out on this, what do you reckon? And he goes, I'll take it because United are going to let you down.
Dallo's been taking a joke there.
Well,
Still time, yeah.
there's
for
still
that.
time for that, but yeah, they won't be the only one to let you down. I think
Newcastle are passing it around us like we are clowns. Oh my, no.
not quite.
Well, long ball football, lads. Should we just get Sean Dyke in and just
Actually,
play that?
let's have a look at the bets I've got on this game because I put a few on. I
Tom
reckon
would
some
score
of them
banger,
are probably
even.
screwed by the starting 11 actually because I think I had some relating to Lindelof.
Lindelof playing.
I think I had him like to get.
Did we
booked
not
or
know he
something.
wasn't playing until the team news came out?
No.
I think
He's not
I didn't think he
Right.
was because
I got a fiver at 80 to 1 on James and Rashford to score.
Oh, wow.
Shah and Lachelle to be carded. They're both starting, aren't they? That's 80
Yeah.
to 1. That's
I
not
mean,
bad.
Lascelles is definitely getting carded.
The chance of
Shah
us scoring
probably
2 goals
better
seemed-
defender.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the
80
crazy
to 1,
part.
I suppose.
That's why it's 80 to 1. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I got United to win and Dummett, Maguire and Williams to be carded. That's 100 to 1. So
like-
what we want is yellow cards, but it's Mike Dean. That could go either way, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes he's just in one of those where
It-
no, it's fine. Carry on. It just
Here's
does
one that might happen. 0-0 and Young, McTominay and Shah to be carded. 150 to 1.
St. Maxime is
chance,
walking.
that.
he's just
Got a
walking
fiver on
down.
that.
He is having a whale of a time with his fucking electrical tape Gucci headband.
Yeah. It's one of them games.
What
Isn't
is
it? It's just
going
having an
on?
absolute laugh. Shame he can't finish. Well, I mean, it's not a shame he can't finish.
Yeah.
It's a good job he can't finish.
Yeah, it's a good job.
So what's up with Wan-Bissaka, do we know?
No, there was it not his back before?
I thought it was
I thought it was tonsillitis.
tonsillitis.
Do you
and
think
then-
there's something in the way that United train, why they get injured?
I mean, there's
so,
something going
so
on.
often
It's
because
No,
it's
it's
regular.
injury-prone players.
Do
Like,
you?
people are like, oh,
Well, Lingard's
Phil
not
Jones is
injury
always
prone.
injured.
Lindelof's
Yeah,
not
'cause
injury
he's-
prone.
Thankfully.
Lingard's had a few injuries.
Yeah.
He has
He was
actually.
out for
I
a
wouldn't
long
call him
time
injury
because he
prone.
broke his knee, basically, when he came into the team.
So do you think it's just that then? Because what about teams that have had a series of injury-prone players? That Aguero used to be injury-prone.
Yeah.
He hasn't been injured in a year and a half.
I think like
I'd rather not comment about City's injury record because that could get into legal issues.
Legal damage.
Well, Liverpool, like,
know
when
what I'm
Klopp
saying.
first came in, everyone was getting injured
Yeah.
because he just was actually making.
And then all of a
pushing them
sudden they're
lot
not.
Well, fitness levels. Isn't
Yeah,
it,
people
really?
adapt to it, don't they?
Yeah.
it has not been a very good first 12 minutes for United. They just can't keep possession.
Did you expect anything else? I wouldn't.
Well,
mind,
I expect that doesn't.
wouldn't mind going free at the back today with a solid three-man midfield. Look, we need a three-man midfield. I don't give it that means free at the back or free at the front.
need to do
Newcastle
something.
scoring a crap goal.
Just fuck this 4-2-3-1 right off because it's fucking
not
gash.
working.
Because you basically now you've got two ball playing centre halves and they're bypassing the two number 6s that are in the team. Waste of fucking time, lads.
Oh, that's a poor pass.
Have one pivot, move the two number 8s a bit further forward. Now we'll actually advance up the field a little bit quicker. You might have half a chance of using the pace of the lads that we've got in behind the fucking back four. Otherwise, and this is where I'll say that Ollie needs time. But you can't just give them time. You have to see
got
changes
try.
in there.
Yeah,
and at the
absolutely.
moment, I'm not seeing a lot of changes.
This was when I saw the
thing with-
lineup today. This was the first time that I thought, okay, what's going on? Because no change in formation. No, like the players selected were probably the ones you have to select, but also they're
who was
crap.
available. Yeah, there was
They're
no
crap.
surprise, was there? It wasn't like you
It's the
throw
first time
Chong
I-
in was like.
Well, the thing that he
Greenwood.
did well when he first came in was he put the formation for the players that we had,
Yeah.
which is what Mourinho's kind of fault was, where he was trying to
What McTominay centre back?
dominate centre back.
I
But
reckon Delo's still got like Mourinho as his form
I
background.
reckon so.
I do feel bad for Dallo because I want him to be good. Oh, Newcastle in the box.
Cleared out.
Right, come on.
Counter attack. No, we're not.
Matt's
'Cause
not gonna get that.
Mate, they're taking a
is-
piss out of him.
Matt is running the wrong way on one of them
It's-
fucking
it's
travelators
such a-
at the airport.
It's such
isn't
a
it?
bitty
That is
game.
one Matt lives on one of them.
It's such a bitty game of football at the
done him.
moment. It's like they're just two people kicking balls at each
done
other.
him.
There's Yedlin.
You had them with a bit of a high one on McTominay.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, that should be a
That's
booking.
awful.
That. Did
It
he
is,
book
he
him?
got
Yeah,
a
he's
booking.
booked
That
it.
is awful.
Luckily, he
missed.
doesn't touch him.
I mean,
But
it's
it's a bad tackle.
McTominay can jump. Yeah,
jump.
he's got a perfect right to, but it's just very. Man,
Has he been good, Yedlin?
I
Does he
remember.
seem like
I,
he's-
I,
How does tonsillitis stop you playing football? Are you serious?
I remember.
Yeah,
serious?
having
Is that a
having a
serious question?
fever of 105. You try playing football.
I'm coughing. all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's not just you
You
neck
need
it,
your
it's-
lungs and stuff.
You feel knackered.
You can't breathe. You can't run. Well, you can run, but you can't fucking
You'd be knackered.
speak or breathe afterwards. Yeah.
JC says,
And
trust it, Steve, the only one who's eating. They're all eating, or they're
I
all
just ate.
eaters.
I ate at the start.
Mine came late, and these daft cunts thought it was delivered. They
And I'm
fucking put it as
probably
the
have to go and get
Also,
something
Spencer
at
been here
half
about
time.
quarter
The
Honestly,
antibiotics that you're on for tonsillitis make your fitness go to fuck as well.
Yeah, antibiotics.
Have you ever tried
fuck
doing
you.
any fitness
strange.
work on antibiotics? Absolutely awful. And you can't drink either because you'll die. Have you ever got pissed on antibiotics? Don't do it
No,
at
I
home.
usually prefer
but
beer.
if you do, fantastic.
oh, Twanzabi,
Antibiotics
What a ball.
and then 2 beers just off your face.
Dallo.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
oh!
Offside, he's offside, he's offside.
Oh, that's a real shame.
Good little bit of
That's
interplay
a
there.
football.
though.
That was nice.
McTominay and Mata, nice back and forth at the edge of the box.
Listen, like the video if you're fucking depressed.
Yeah.
That should be every single one of them.
Share the video.
This is really nice, actually.
Just fucking share the video.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, he's
Mata's
very
just straight
offside.
up.
Mate, it's only about 4 foot. What's the problem? There's no advantage, is there?
I was about to say, no advantage gain there.
Why is that not an excuse? Well, there's not, why there's no advantage? Well, we're fucking terrible,
Look
mate.
how bad
That's
we are.
why. Yeah.
Us having the ball isn't an advantage.
It's nice seeing McTominay play quite forward.
I think he's been good.
What I'm trying
He
to
has
do at the
been
minute in my my Sky Bet account is to just get. I'm trying to get about £1,000 in there because I'm just going to blow it all on Salford next week to win.
They've been smashing it, haven't they?
They're unreal.
Are they?
Never in
They
my
won like
lifetime.
28-4, didn't they, in the semi? Or whatever it is, the second.
If Jackson Hastings had scored, I was right in the cash because they had
Really?
Salford -20, which was ridiculous. Sky was like, oh, whatever odds you want, mate. And
Does that mean that they're going to win by 20 or
Mate,
more
they were
points?
supposed to go down.
21 points or more.
Right.
They're supposed to get relegated.
Yeah.
Were
It was-
they?
it
And
was
they're
everyone's
fucking
favourites
in
to go
the
down.
final.
They came
Why?
11th.
Okay, so talk me through that because I don't know anything about rugby league. What's happened there? Did they sign some people? What is it?
I don't know.
Just
Manager got time.
Really? Is it the same manager, same players, everything?
Been here for 4 years, yeah.
Amazing. And are they favourites
Jackson
to win it,
Hastings was a great signing. probably in the mix for Man of Steel. I think if Salford win next weekend, if Jackson Hastings doesn't get Man of Steel, they'll be alright.
Is Man of Steel the equivalent of like MVP?
Player of the year,
Yeah.
Are you going?
yeah.
Where is it?
Old Trafford.
Oh, is it?
Biggest stadium in the Northwest.
So
Yeah.
Play one of the biggest.
I've
sports
probably
in the
been
Northwest,
to
then.
about every other grand final over the last 10 years or
Yeah.
so. Or maybe even a bit longer, actually. Always just go as a neutral. Like, doesn't really happen in football because there's not that culture of just going and checking a festival out.
No.
Yeah.
You won't find, I don't think, Huddersfield or City fans going watching like a United Liverpool final.
No.
Lower leagues, you get a lot of ground hoppers, but
Yeah, but you don't really see that as a final. But because attendances are lower, and obviously it's easier to get a ticket for the grand final, and we always just kind of like just go with the flow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I've always been a Salford fan, but whoever end you end up in the
doesn't
second,
matter.
just go with the flow. Get a bet on them so you kind of feel
Well in for
involved.
What
There,
will
to be
the,
fair.
what
Good
will the
exception.
attendance be usually? What do they normally get for that?
65, 70.
Okay. So that's
They
good.
lose
though.
a few seats for
Long
the
ball to
screen. 'Cause they have a
Rashford.
screen in there as well, so you
Oh,
can,
good luck.
so they can get the video ref on. But it's usually decent. It's usually a good atmosphere. We got invited as full-time Devils to one a couple of years ago,
Oh, yeah.
and I took McCullough. It was in the press box. I took
I can't
McCullough.
have any idea.
Not a clue. So I was trying to explain to him a little bit about what's going on and what's happening and all that kind of shit. But yeah, like I've obviously been doing a bit of work for Warrington, which has been hilarious. But because I've been sharing some of the stuff Warrington have been doing, obviously the stuff I've been in for and that as well, people assumed I was a Warrington fan. And they're like, you never fucking tweet about. So I'm like, well, no, I don't. And I don't really go to that many games. I haven't been to any of the games this season.
The one
I'm
season.
a-
and so
I'm a
the
one
fucking
season you
hardcore.
should do.
Yeah, but I've just had a fucking newborn.
Yeah,
And I've got to
yeah.
prioritise. I haven't been to any youth games either. There's all sorts of stuff I've not been able to do this season because I'm a newborn. And I wanted to go to all the playoff games, but circumstances dictated I couldn't. And because I thought I was going Vegas next weekend, I was like, well, I'll just fucking stay at home and look after the baby rather than just. When you got a fucking missus and kids, you have to give and you have to bit of take.
You have to
sometimes.
prioritise the things you need and give away the things you
Can
don't.
you imagine if just like, nope, I want to go to the match,
I want to go rugby and the football and then
I still watch them on telly.
Staying at my mates.
No, I still watch every game that's televised from. And because of what I was doing with Warrington this year, I've actually watched more rugby this year than I have in a long time. Every single show, they have one called Full Time, which is the equivalent of Match of the Day.
Yeah.
And then they also have the Super League show on BBC as well, which is and I've recorded all of them. And my morning routine was get up, feed the baby, watch them shows. So I've actually been quite involved in it this season. So it's been fucking great that it's been one.
So have they been
Salford
good
have
all
been-
year then, or is it a playoff thing where you sort of
they
push at the
really
end?
just fucking. I thought they was going to sneak into the playoffs, top 5. They came third.
Really?
Now coming third gives you a second chance because it's not just like the straight semis and that you get in football.
Yeah.
If you come first, second, and third, there's a second chance built into the playoffs for you guys.
So it's really valuable.
Yeah.
'Cause you
So
can fuck
Warrington
up.
obviously came. I think Warrington came 5th or 4th. They lost. See ya. They're
Yeah.
out. Salford came 3rd. They lost their first playoff against Wigan.
You got no chance.
They're in the elimination final. There is in the other semi-final, which was against. Who did they play last week? Was it Castleford?
We got a free kick there. On
Whoever the
edge
fuck
of
they played.
the-
Castleford, I think,
far
yeah.
side of the pitch. For something on Daniel James, so it might be a chance, but probably not.
Wigan beat Salford, get into the proper semi-final, and that's first place second. So they had a second chance built in. So whoever lost that game then had to play Salford on Friday night and getting another chance to get into the final. The winner obviously just waits in the final for you. But I think Salford are massive underdogs, which is why there's some
Who are they
brilliant.
playing?
St Helens.
Oh, they should have been St Helens.
St Helens
are
like
the,
City at
the
the
club,
moment.
yeah.
They're
They
like
are the
City.
club.
Just
Yeah.
it's almost boring how good they are at the moment.
They go for a double as well, aren't they?
No, because Warrington beat
Oh,
them.
Warrington beat them, yeah.
And this is the conversation I was having with my dad. Is like, I go to the grand finals quite a lot because they're in Old Trafford. It's obviously very easy to get to. Don't really fucking affect.
Maguire header.
Corner for United.
Be mint if Maguire scored this. Ashley, is that Ashley Young taking it? Is Ashley Young taking it? Right.
Don't
Well,
worry.
this is
Yeah.
going
As you
over
were.
everybody and off the pitch, honestly.
Fred.
Great
Straight
ball.
to the goalie.
So because the grand finals are at Old Trafford,
Moving
I've
on.
always gone.
Back to talk about
I've always gone like, I can go to these and it doesn't fucking ruin my weekend. It's just something very easy to get to. But I've never been to a Challenge Cup final.
Right.
Equivalent of the FA Cup final.
down in Wembley.
Never been one, yeah. Always at Wembley. And I was doing
Great
a bit
place
of work.
for the Northwest sport.
Yeah. Which basically is the M62 sport. So Joe goes from fucking Liverpool to Hull and that's it, innit? Go
Why do you
play
think it
Manchester Leeds.
isn't so big around the rest of the country?
Because of who played the sport. Union's the one down south.
Yeah, but
League is what it is.
It's,
in Northwest.
because it was. There's been a heavy media influence. It was the Northern Union. The Rugby Football League was the Northern Union because Northern teams, people had to have. This is going into the history of rugby league, but Northern teams, the players would be factory workers that would need time off, so they would get paid. And Rugby Union, they wanted to keep it amateur. They kept it amateur till like the 90s.
Really? What? People not getting paid?
But they did.
Right.
It was just it's like the Olympics where we're amateur.
But they don't get paid by the body that puts them in. They get paid by sponsors, don't they?
Yeah, so it's bent as fuck basically.
Yeah,
it's like
But like rugby union is very much a ruling
paid.
class kind of sport.
Right.
Obviously I was in the army. Rugby league's the fucking bastard ginger cousin to rugby union in the army.
Yeah.
Rugby union, the army navy game is at Twickenham. There's 80,000 people go. It's a real cultural thing.
Yeah.
I played for the army against the navy. Fucking 10 people there.
Yeah.
In rugby league.
I mean,
it's
you
just
get
a totally
game at
different
Twickenham,
vibe.
don't you? Like.
Yeah, we played at Aldershot.
Navy Army. Yeah.
We played at fucking Aldershot's
It's
like a
unbelievable.
football ground.
For me, it was
a little bit
for me growing up, it was just a
different.
regional thing. It was just I'm down south. The nearest rugby club is Union. Okay, that's it.
So Salford are mega underdogs, and you can get 15-1 for Jackson Hastings to score and Salford to win. I want to put about £1,000 on it.
Please don't.
Because you ain't
so-
seeing me next
Spend
week.
it on cameras instead.
that amount of money that you just thrown on a bet makes me cry. I would love that.
Would you spend it on yogurt and that?
fucking rent?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Rent and yogurt.
Red yogurt,
Couple Muller corners and a
red
Rolo
yogurt,
yogurt.
beer, and there's probably you get a holiday out of that easy.
Oh, the money in my betting account is money that I've amassed in my betting account.
It's not real money,
of
anyway.
course,
It's not real money.
It's not. Yes.
Right.
Well,
It's never coming out. It's not real money until it's minus,
Fred's
and then it
coming
starts
under
being
pressure
real
a bit there.
money.
And
So they have to put it in.
Well, they would have
Yeah.
had to
So
real
I put like 50 quid in about 6 months ago, and I'm still playing with it. So
Yeah.
I go up or go down, but I haven't got any in for fucking months.
Fred's
In
just
fact,
unable to do
I
it
probably
professionally.
wouldn't be able to withdraw it if I win next week because it's probably an old card, and it'd be like, oh, you can't withdraw it to a new card. So maybe I have to fucking preempt and sort that
preemptively
out.
change it. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Yeah, you're not. That money gone. That money's gone now. You're not
Yeah, we
allowed
have to send it back
£5,000.
to that card. I don't know where that card is, mate. That was Bob's.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Not much has happened in the last,
It's
6 weeks.
I mean,
that since the Chelsea game.
Yeah,
Much,
exactly.
Really?
So yeah, if you've missed the game, not much has
Paul.
happened since we beat Chelsea
Matt in the
4-0.
box.
Yeah.
Young,
Good cross. Oh, that's not a bad cross.
Rashford
Cleared away,
just
but
doesn't have that poacher instinct,
why
does
do we
he?
keep
At all.
crossing it? We cross it so much. I say it every game. We're just
use-
crossing balls into
we-
strikers that can't win headers.
We love using the
And
wing.
don't run to the
and
near
it's pointless
post.
because we don't, like you said, we don't have a target man.
Joey been mint on the end of him. Lukaku.
Lukaku would be alright. Zlatan would be alright.
Except Lukaku wouldn't be mint at the end of it because he put it over the bar.
He
Top
doesn't
at
know.
pointing though.
McTominay in space.
McTominay. Oh,
Shit at pointing where to put it. Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
Fucking elite.
I mean, he's good at scoring goals, to be fair to him. He scored a lot of goals in his
What we
life.
having a look at here? 3 shots. Not on target for United. Come on, the fucking boys.
So they-
Not
they-
even had a shot.
They haven't had a
fucking
shot.
great.
Newcastle
25
had
He
minutes.
just had a shot then, but it was blocked.
No shot.
So how far out does it have to be?
Oh,
How close to the goal does it have to
Someone's
get?
asked what's the return on that. It's 15-1. 15 grand is the return on that.
Yeah.
The return on that is you ain't seeing me
Please
till
don't.
about fucking Thursday next
Yeah.
week. Is the return on that?
Yeah,
Coming live from Bermuda,
No,
it's Stephen
no
Howson.
previews, no warm downs.
You from Bermuda. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
so
go.
I
We'll
forgot
get
to say. So
bonuses.
as I
We'll
was
get
working for
bonuses.
Warrington get to the Challenge Cup final. I was like, oh, I wonder if they'll fucking
That
ask me for what I go. And
is
I was like, do you know what? I'll go.
That was one of the worst corner balls I think I've ever seen. Young puts it so high in the air. Dubrovka can just come and just. It's like he's catching a
Too
rugby
easy.
ball.
Surely
Yeah.
it's someone else that can take a call.
Of course there is.
We ain't
Dallo.
got, no, but you say that
Fucking
though.
Dallo's
We ain't got
on the
anyone.
bench.
We ain't
Pereira,
got anyone that's good at
Mata.
taking free
Pereira,
kicks.
Mata,
Mata.
both, yeah.
Yeah, but
Mata
both of
is a
them
dead
just
ball specialist at
both of them
this
just
point.
loft it in.
Where else would you want Mata when it's a corner happening? You don't
Yeah.
want him in the box because he ain't going to do jack shit.
what
You
makes-
don't want him on the edge of the box because he's not going to chase anyone.
No.
Have him cross it. He's actually very
Newcastle coming at us again.
Why do you think then? Why do you think it is Young taking him? Do you
Too
think he's
deep
the
of a
best
line
in the
there.
atom in training? Do
good.
you
Oh,
think?
fucking no.
Don't make any sense then, does it? Longstaff with a
Oh
shot
my
into the
good lord, it hits the
crossbar.
crossbar.
Which Longstaff's that?
It's fucking dough ball times.
I mean,
One of the Longstaffs
The
just
younger
had a
one.
shot.
Look at-
Can't
look
The
see.
younger one's a bit gingerer.
look at
Yeah.
how much
More
space that we give them there.
Oh, he's
yeah,
cold now.
he's Matty Longstaff. I'm pretty
So
sure.
they've been sat there for 45
Look at
minutes.
how much space we give him there.
Yeah.
'Cause where
It's
is Fred?
the
He's
whole-
no
it's
man's
the old
land.
Neves thing all over again, isn't it? Longstaff sort of a looping
Yeah, do
volley
we have no
that hit
analysis
the top of
in
the
that
crossbar
team?
from maybe 25 yards
Yeah,
out.
just
So that's a shot off target. So rubbish.
Look at that from Bruce.
What am I going to spend it on if I get it? I don't know. Can't spend money you ain't got yet, can you?
There's no
Although,
point. No
say
point
no.
thinking about it.
Although you
I've
say
already
that, you
spent
are
about
spending
140
a
million
grand.
of my Euro Millions if I win it.
What are you going to get? When is that tonight?
All right.
No, it's Friday.
Go on.
Look,
I did
Tomine
actually
is driving
win.
forward, which is
Did
good
ya?
to see.
Won a tenner.
Did you?
I've actually won 8 week on the bounce for Euro Millions,
Have you?
but no more than a tenner.
Newcastle are just peppering us with long shots. That's
Longstaff.
It's like their third long shots from Longstaff.
Yeah.
It's like their third long shot, that, and they're getting corners out of it. Say Maxine didn't go
I'm
go a
not telling
million
you on
miles
air what I'm
away.
buying when I win the Euro Millions.
Is it a car?
Well, because he legally can't disclose it.
No, because I'm keeping that secret.
If you're wondering, it hit the TV
at the
and
telly.
went nowhere near.
This is what he does when he doesn't like United. He just throws whatever food he's eating.
Fucking boo!
Throws his poo at the telly like a chimp. Just throwing dough balls at the
Unbelievable.
TV.
They got head off there from that
Diesel
corner, by
got a
the way,
dough ball off the
Newcastle.
floor there.
If they were any better, it would have gone in. So,
If they were any
We
better,
are-
if we were
Summary.
any better, we'd be.
We've not had a
summary of the first half hour, shit.
We've not had a shot
Shit.
on target or
Shit.
shot.
Shit.
Can I
Shit.
get more than one word out of my review today?
I'd be excited,
No,
wouldn't
no. The title will be shit. And it will just be a series of you saying shit.
It's still.
Because it's shit.
Just put the same video out again.
I'd rather be poked in the eye, honestly. I'd rather be poked in the eye than carry on watching. There we go. But I will.
Can I? Oh, I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to.
Hey, go ball
Get a bit of
behind.
fingernail involved as well. So
mean,
it's
Oh,
for
yeah, a
ages.
little bit. Nice
Scratch it up.
Brilliant.
Scratch a
Ooh,
flap
yeah.
off.
Nice little bit of blood in the eye.
United have got a throw in, but very dangerous area. Up near the
Behind the corner flag.
Yeah.
Oh, the most dangerous area.
well, it's if you
can
could have
have
a
a
throw in
throw
from
in.
the penalty spot, it might be more dangerous. But other than that, that's about as good as it gets. McTominay leaving one on Longstaff there. That looks a
Advertising
bit
holding
naughty,
there
that.
saying,
Oh,
It's a
get
booking.
lost.
It's
How
gonna be
is
a
it?
booking.
who's got
yellow?
booked?
McTominay,
It's not, though.
he went over the top of the ball. I think it's definitely a booking.
I think I've got one of those.
There's a bit of a heavy look.
That's a McTominay, yeah.
Look at this. Look. I mean, that's a booking. that might be a
very
red.
much a booking.
Yep. My one with 0-0 on.
That's a yellow and a half.
Just need Ashley Young, that's a fucking
That's-
tap in,
yeah.
and Shah, and we're
that's
in
not a good
for
tackle.
700 quid.
It's not. I don't think it's a red card, but it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's
If
a
he
yellow.
gets another yellow and a red, does that still count?
If you've got a yellow, that's what you need.
I don't know if it was.
Yeah, it's
when-
like if you say, I
he
think
has to
someone's
end the
going to
game
score
on
a
a
goal.
yellow card.
And he
Someone
scores two.
scores
Oh,
two.
sorry, mate.
I don't know enough about betting.
No,
Well, if he just got a straight red, that
I
don't count,
don't
does
bet,
it?
but I can figure out.
That's not a yellow.
They're
Well,
not
you're
re-
smarter
are
than
they
me.
What the
reviewing?
chicken wing
Oh
guy isn't
no,
on? Who's
no,
that?
no! They're VAR checking it
Oh,
for a
this is
red
red
card.
then, innit?
He's gone.
Oh,
Oh, he's going to
fuck's
have a
sake.
look. Flipping hell. It's not a red. Cause it's
Joe,
not,
but if
it's
they
not-
check
it's not
it, it is.
malicious. It's not malicious. It's
Right,
not a
when
red.
they check it, it is. It's like
it's
the
not.
fucking
In
VAR
slow
one
motion,
for,
yeah.
for Mane yesterday.
Oh,
If
it's
they're
not.
checking
They've-
it.
they've- They've decided against it.
Wow, fucking hell, didn't expect that.
I don't think there's enough weight behind
Out of
it.
context, United, are you there?
Straight
It's a red.
red.
Oh no.
It was a bit more of a loose leg rather than he wasn't really jumping
Bloody
into
hell,
it, was
there
it?
is no fucking connection between our midfield and our attack. The midfield get the ball, it never fucking makes it to the attack. The
Should we make
attack
it
gets the ball,
interesting?
it never
Bollocks.
fucking comes back.
You fucking bang a super chat in and give us a topic and we'll talk about it for a full minute.
Full minute.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No matter what the topic is.
I can talk about anything for a minute, I reckon. Pie and peas.
Saint Maxime, he looks
Rank
like
mushy peas. Rank peas. I want mushy peas, garden peas, marrowfat peas.
Petit pois.
rank
Mini
'em.
fuckers.
mushy peas, fat peas, garden peas. Done.
Peas.
That is the order.
Mushy
Yeah.
peas are the best. I think garden
peas
peas
are the best.
are better
I'm
than
not a mushy pea
Oh,
fan.
think what am I going to
Really
buy?
not.
What am I going to start? Buy a new fucking iPad. You lot missed it when you was all at the shop before.
I saw
Open
this.
my fucking bag.
iPad's destroyed.
Open your
iPad
bag.
soaked.
Oh, brilliant.
About an inch of fucking Red Bull in the bottom of my, my satchel.
Finally.
That is a
Laptop
message.
in
Of course, it was always going to be the Red Bull that did him in the end, whether it was a heart attack or a new iPad he needed.
That is a message from God that you've got to slow
It's
down.
either going to be a pacemaker
No,
or
it's
a new
not.
iPad.
It's stop putting them in your bag. Just drink
Just drink
them.
them, yeah.
Just drink them. Red Bull. Just drink them.
That's the addict. That's the addict
it
logic
gone,
right
yeah?
there.
How did
Oh
it?
no, there's a crack in the corner. Oh, hang on.
I think we've been in their box like twice, and it's always been Juan Mata with his
There's
back to the goal.
There's a fucking crack right across the screen.
Is that a
Yeah,
crack?
there is. I can see that.
Yeah, can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it, but I couldn't tell.
Really
it was a
weird,
crack.
isn't it? It's not actually the worst thing ever, but it's there.
Why? How's that happened then? Don't know. Just been in your bag.
You know, whatever fucking
Booting
broke
your
the
bag through the door when you get home at night.
whatever broke
Swinging it against the wall.
the Red Bull can broke the fucking
Matt's
ice.
so slow.
He's so slow.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh dear.
He just doesn't work with this system. He's too old at this point. Again, thank you.
Do you know what? He's not
goodbye.
well in this system. Totally, but he's not too old.
No,
If you
he's
put him
not
in a
too
City
old.
team now, he's still up mint.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate,
Fire him out.
if you put him in a higher mid-table Spanish side, he'd be mint. But it's just the way that this football's played, you know. I love Mata, but he's just not first team in 2019.
We ain't got no one else.
And this is it. Well,
We ain't got any players.
got no one else.
No.
Which one was it? Gomez? 'Cause Gomez
Ran
is
out of
great.
players.
But Gomez can't do 90 minutes.
Oh, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it? It's very
Half
fun. all
an
this.
hour of look at that. That sums it up there. James thinks he sees a runner, plays a perfectly fine pass, and nobody's going on to it. We have no runners, even though we have Rashford and Daniel James on the pitch. Just nobody making those stupid runs. Where St. Maxime is going to go past Dallo like he's bloody peak Martial. He's in.
Good
Watch,
tackle.
that was a challenge in the end, but he shouldn't have let him get in that situation.
We can't help when someone passes the ball to someone else, can he?
No, but he can.
One on
he
one
can help.
with the
He's done
attacker
in
and he
there,
gets the ball. I think he did all right there.
It's a good tackle. I'm not going to knock that. I'm just
You're just
annoyed.
stressed.
Look, and I trust
You're
and I
upset.
trust the rebuild, and I'm not one of those Ollie out Egypt, but I am.
You're a Mata out, Pereira out, Fred out, Dallo out.
Everyone,
mean,
but,
shit players
everyone
out.
but Ollie.
Oh my good lord, man! How did that go the whole way
Oh,
across?
that's a booking. Get him out.
Shah as well.
Was it Shaw?
Up the fucking lads. Book Young for being on the floor. Book him for
Fucking
getting.
both.
Put
yeah.
you on for diving.
That's the best thing Ashley Young's done in the United shirt for years. Just knock Shah out.
It does. What happened there? It was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what's happened.
Strange collision. Shaw and forearm from Young onto Shaw.
Well, no, he wins the ball.
Yeah,
Shaw's
I'm
gone
not
underneath
him.
not questioning whether he wins the
underneath.
ball or not. He still hits him in the head with his forearm.
Yeah, but it's accidental.
nothing
That's
there.
not if they give a pen for that.
They won't- You're legally not allowed to. Yeah. Yeah. We knew
What's
that.
a non-sponsoring brand though? What if Gucci sponsor him?
Yeah, he's allowed to if Gucci sponsor him, but they don't.
Is it like when you see the occasional one that has to wear blacked out boots?
Yeah.
So you can't actually just go and buy a pair of boots off the shelf and wear them.
No, not
They
unless
have to be
Nike-
sponsored. That's
Not unless
pretty
Nike
fucked, isn't
sponsored
it?
you. But then also, the football boots that they're specifically wearing, you can't go into a store and get them off the thing.
Yeah,
Well,
but
no,
we've
but
not-
They've
no,
got, they've got special.
But if you
editions
do
of
go
them.
to a shop and
Yeah,
get
then.
some,
So Paul Scholes should have
Yeah,
blacked
I've seen
out
that.
his ones when he came back for that City game because apparently
No, I think it's-
the story is he just went to the shop and bought the off-the-shelf ones. That
but he
was
might
in
still
there.
be sponsored by Nike. Is that possible? I don't
Well,
know.
Yeah,
surely
it's
rather than
not.
having to go to fucking Sports Direct, he can
He's
ring
got-
someone and go,
He's-
hiya,
is he
I'm
not
Paul
got-
Scholes, you may have heard of me.
Do you think he won't have any in his
I
back?
would have loved it if
He's
he
played
went to.
football in the last 2 years.
He was also playing for Chaddy Park, pretty
Yeah, there's
regular,
no way
wasn't he?
Paul
So-
Scholes ain't got a pair of fucking
I
football
would-
boots
I
in the
would-
boot
I
of his
would have
car.
absolutely-
Sure, because it's a good story.
I would
Yeah,
have
it's good.
absolutely loved it if he went into Sports Direct in the Arndale, got the cheapest pair of blacked out Jomas he could, put them on.
But he weren't blacked out ones, were they? They were actually like yellow or something.
Also,
like
that wasn't
that.
a Premier League
because
game.
that was a thingy that someone.
wow.
It was an FA Cup game, wasn't it?
I mean,
And someone
I
goes
honestly
like, and he
don't
had
blame
like a
Transaction for trying to
92% pass
bypass the
accuracy or
midfield.
something like that. with him.
Of course it
and he's
is.
done it successfully a couple of times, so I'm not. Oh, he's done well there. He's done really well.
Good lads.
I'm not too bothered about him taking risks because the midfield fucking isn't. our defense is the most creative part. Stupid, isn't it? Maguire and Transaction could do a better job defensively.
What did you have for dinner last night?
Honestly. What did I have? I had fish and chips. I had battered sausage, chips, curry sauce.
Battered sausage
It's
and fish.
I can't
No,
tell
battered
you.
sausage,
Oh,
chips,
sausage
curry
and
sauce.
chips.
Yeah, hold
Okay.
on.
I've got a nice anecdote about battered sausage, and I can't tell it on here.
for God's
I'll get cancelled.
God's sake.
Definitely getting
None of
cancelled.
us want
Anyway,
I want to hear it.
are you coming gym this week?
Yeah, when we're going.
About 9:15 in the morning.
I'll come on Thursday, yeah?
Oh, you would do, wouldn't you, you dick? I'm having Thursday off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I normally have
Why?
Tuesday off, don't I?
Yeah.
We got Oliver K on Tuesday. So I'll probably put that out on Thursday. So normally Tuesday's my day off, but I'm having Thursday off this week. It's the only day I can have off. Well, I could have Friday off actually.
Yeah, do that, and we'll go on Thursday morning.
You had a bit of a busy week, really, with Berbatov and.
I always have a fucking busy week, Patrick.
Talk us through that then. What was it like meeting Berbatov?
I was going to say.
Where was it? Where did you go? Give us the story of it.
It was in
year-
London.
So it's an Oxford
2019.
Fish Bar.
It was in London at Betfair's office, which they share with Paddy Power because it's the same company, and I believe they've also just bought Sky Bet out, which is insane.
Really?
Yeah,
What,
that
lost
seems
Sky?
like a
That's monopoly territory.
Sky don't own Sky Bet. Sky licensed the name Sky Bet to
Sky Bet.
whoever
So
the
to
company
whoever
is
it
that
is.
put it on.
So they bought that.
So apparently that which feels like a massive merger.
Yeah.
Actually, to be
That
fair.
feels like a monopoly sort of territory.
It does. It feels very close to it. So got to the offices there. They've got a nice little studio actually, decent little setup, already rock and roll in the back of their offices, for where they do they have a regular podcast in there. He comes walking in and he goes, "Did we take a picture together in Singapore?"
Did he?
Ball
Yeah,
over
and I
the
went-
top.
He's in.
Newcastle in.
Oh,
Oh,
What's up?
Maguire.
By Maguire.
Quality.
Harry Maguire. You can
Ah,
have my kids, mate. Here comes Fred.
Longstaff just stood on it and give it to Fred, who's trying to thread it through
Maybe he had a
to
better option.
James. Yeah, it didn't quite come off. So yeah, I was like, I said, "Are you fucking serious?" Now afterwards, I was speaking to McCullough about it, and he went, "To be fair, mate, we wasn't like the only non-Asian people on that train."
yeah.
And I was like, "Well, maybe." But he said, he goes, "I saw it on Instagram." So I was like, "Oh, so you didn't feel like just fucking dropping it a like or anything?" No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Cheers, mate.
Or a follow.
Yeah. So that was weird. And then he was like quizzing me. He was like, "What was you doing in Singapore?" I was like, "Watching United." And he was like, "Oh," he goes, "What was you doing?" And I was like, "Watching United." He's like, "No, I don't mean in Singapore." He goes, "What was you doing on that train?" Because for those who don't know, when I got my picture took with Berbatov, it was in the middle of an advert being filmed. And if you actually go onto I think is it SRT? Is it called?
I don't know.
Is it Singapore Rail something or other?
Yeah, something like that.
If you go onto this SRT's social media, you'll see me and Joe and McCullough and Will
nice.
actually all in the advert for it because they Lee Sharp, Berbatov and Paul Walsh did an advert on the
Like coming
SRT
forward here.
showing you how easy it is to use, like go buying a ticket and then going a couple of stops and all that lot.
That was diabolical.
We was just obviously on
Young,
the
just
train,
messing this cross up.
and he was like, "What was you doing on the fucking train?" Because like obviously they was filming an advert,
Yeah.
wasn't they? I was like, "Oh no, people."
It was weird though, wasn't it? Because they were
I
filming
know
it, but they were, it was very sort of handheld feel and like it wasn't particularly high production value,
No,
was
and
it?
it was one take. That hopefully there was enough.
One
sort
take of
affair,
him
wasn't it?
actually buying his real ticket, sort of messing it up a little bit.
We're being forced backwards here. That's the thing that.
Yeah, well, at least we're winning though, aren't we? No, man.
No.
Hang on.
We are winning.
Never mind.
This is
Morally.
yeah.
I mean, if you keep score of the goals,
Right, nice.
Pereira
From
did
Pereira.
well
He's
there.
going to have a shot.
Pereira.
Oh,
good effort.
of course he's having a fucking shot.
Shot on target for United.
There you go.
Reason to
Is that our
celebrate.
first shot?
Honestly, he might have been going over.
Tom and I had one, but he got blocked about 2 feet from where he had it from. So does that count?
40 minutes. First shot on target against.
First shot on target though.
Probably the worst.
There we
worst
go.
in the league.
Probably
Progress,
worse than
lads.
Manchester United's first shot on target in the Premier League in what 130 minutes.
Legendary 628 says,
Love
"Would you fight MMA again?" I thought we'd already discussed this. We have actually discussed this.
On
If
the
you'd have watched the
MMA
MMA channel,
podcast.
you'd have seen it. Yeah, the game is that hopefully next November, looking at fighting again.
Dallo heads that one out. Help.
So going absolutely turbo in the gym at the moment, and hopefully being able to get out there and fucking compete next year.
So you sat down with Berbatov then. Was what we saw in that video the whole thing, or how long?
No,
we
we had probably
beforehand?
about half an hour just chatting shit to him beforehand.
Really?
And he was like, "Can I swear on this?" And I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "Fucking good."
It's weird.
So
'cause-
is he a cool guy?
Yeah, so I had my iPad out because I'd been to Sofia, which is where Berbatov started at Cisco Sofia, which is fucking horrific stadium, by the way.
Oh my! How Dallo and Transabi let I think it's Wellington get to that, and they've got a corner now. Newcastle look like they're going to score against United. What miscommunication, isn't it?
Talk more about Berbatov. Leave the football.
Sorry, yeah.
Just leave the football.
We'll go after
So
this.
I had my iPad open, and on the iPad, we'd paused it because I was chatting to one of the lads from Betfair about going to watch CSK Sofia. 'Cause if you've not seen my vlog from CSK Sofia, go watch it because like the entire end looks like it's on fire with the flares and stuff that they had. So I had it on the screen, and Berber sat down and just grabbed my iPad and started like scrolling backward and forward. And he's like, "What's this?" Like it was so like casual, like he'd known us for years.
Yeah.
Like he just grabbed it. Like started watching it, and I said, "Oh, I went to CSK Sofia." I said, "I had to change my phone background to you." Because they don't speak much fucking English in Sofia. And he started laughing. And he goes, "What, so you just walking around going, do my job, Berbatov?" And I went, "Yep."
That's it. That was a tactic. Did it work?
Yeah, it worked, yeah.
See?
I survived. But it is a terrifying place, actually. And one of the maddest atmospheres I'd ever seen.
Yep.
There's at one point, which isn't on the vlog, because I didn't want to be standing there with my camera going, "Hey, coming at me."
Almost.
The linesman didn't give a very obvious offside.
Go on, Dan James, brilliant.
Really fought his way through there.
And then gave it away. Carry on.
So there was half an hour into the game.
Well in Transabi.
Linesman
Well
doesn't
in
give something
Transabi.
that's... It was bang in line with me where I was. I
Yeah.
was on the long side of the stand. It was bang in line with me, and it was 10 foot offside for Ludogorets. Ludogorets versus CSKA Sofia was a big fucking game in Bulgaria. It's miles offside. Whole place erupts. Player puts it in the back of the net. The 6, because you can see them, because they're in a cage, right? The 6 Ludogorets fans are like, "Ah!" And then about 10, 12 Sofia fans climb the fence in front of me and run on the pitch. But there's, I don't know, like a fucking platoon of like RoboCop policemen at the side, ready for this shit, because that clearly happens regularly.
Every game.
Well, they actually had to. They come out holding shields over the players because people are just throwing stuff as they come out on the pitch.
He's
So-
in the position he's in.
A couple of guys try and get to the linesman,
That's our best chance.
get stopped and twatted
Shah
on the
headed the ball
fucking
over his
pitch
own,
with batons
can't
and dragged
really
off.
going in,
Just hitting
honestly.
him with his flag.
And then about 5 minutes later, there was about fucking 40 RoboCop policemen line up in the stand I'm in at the bottom of the stand, and I'm like, "Oh, I wonder what's going on here."
How long until RoboCop policemen are a real thing?
Probably already are a real thing in like
Just don't
China or
realise
something.
it.
Yeah. So them policemen then went from right to left.
Maguire! Oh, he's missed it. Oh, that was a free header,
That's a
and he
set.
should have had his first Manchester United goal.
Fuck's sake.
Was it
Oh,
4
it's a
yards
set.
out?
If that. Oh, come on,
You've
man!
wasted-
He's waiting for that opportunity.
You've
for how
wasted
long?
Ashley
A
Young's
really
one
good
good
corner,
corner
a
a
really
year.
good
Oh!
Mate, it was an open header that.
5 yards out.
I don't think
didn't
he
even have
expected to
jump.
be like
No.
unmarked like that.
I honestly think that's the first time
He could have
he's had
just
that
smushed
opportunity.
it with his face and gone in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just a clean header, 5 yards out. No man.
I think that's the first opportunity he's had.
That's a bit.
He had one at. He had one at
Yeah,
home
but
a few
that wasn't
weeks
with his head, was it?
ago. Yeah, he had one at home. He missed. He headed it wide.
Oh.
No, it was against. It was against Leicester. He was
Okay.
saved actually. So yeah, they cleaned out probably the first 10 rows. Just twatted whoever was in the first 10 rows as if like stop climbing over the fence and trying to get to the ref. And it was probably stopped about 4 rows in front of me. And I just remember thinking, I don't know what to do here. And I just kind of froze. But I didn't pull my camera out because that's fucking... like, I'm just going to
get
film
arrested.
the police twatting these people.
yeah.
I'm not going to get arrested, am I? I'm just going to get twatted.
Oh, yeah, true.
So I didn't film that part. But yeah, it was a crazy game.
Here come
final
Newcastle
score.
again.
So we had a chat
St.
about
Maxime.
that, and then if you watch the video I do with him, he ends up talking about when he played for PAOK in Greece, and because we'd already had this conversation sort of off camera, he went, he goes, "You think Sofia's crazy?" He goes, "When I went to Greece," he goes, "the fucking ultras," and he goes, "Let's be honest, gangsters." Are in the changing room after, and like, "I just want to talk to you about your performance today." And he was like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "I'm naked." He goes, "I've just walked out of the shower, and 3 of them are sitting in my seat." Like,
All right, mate.
That's horrible, isn't it? That'd be so terrifying, and just like you wouldn't want to play, would you? If you know that, if you're like, "Oh, I just missed a penalty," and we're
gangsters
lost,"
are going to be in the
and they're going to
changing
be
room.
there.
And he was like, it was a very civil conversation. I was like, that's scarier.
Yeah, that's worse.
That's scary
I want
because
them
they
to
know they don't
shout
have to
and
shout. Yeah, they don't have to shout.
Yeah,
'Cause-
hello, Berbatov.
okay, we need to talk about you being really bad today. And he's like,
That is what's
what the
scary.
fuck, mate?
Is when somebody's calm and composed, but just incredibly menacing.
So yeah, it was.
He's not had a kit, Rashford, has he?
No.
All game.
I wouldn't be surprised. He definitely hasn't had a touch in the Newcastle box, which in the entirety of the Wolves game, that second game of the season, when we still had a little bit of hope in our hearts, he didn't have a touch in the box at all. And he dropped, and this is what I was saying earlier, is that he dropped really deep, and it confused the
It's
hell
so
out of me.
poor, isn't it?
McTominay had a pretty simple ball to Fred there, just sort of swung his leg through it. It does look like, I mean, I know it's obvious that the players heads are down, there's no confidence, but there's really a feeling of they don't seem like they care. I mean, they care obviously, but
I just think there's no idea.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
maybe that's
exactly,
what it is.
because
They just
this
look
formation has
hopeless.
been tried, and
They look,
they've
but I don't
run
think
out
it's
of
just the
ideas.
formation though.
I
Because
think that's a big element of it because they know all the runs that are to be made, and they're all
That's it.
just confusing.
half time,
Half time, lads.
Half time should be 1-0 up because of Maguire. Also, Newcastle probably could have scored as well. Shit.
Throws a topic in, we'll talk about it as long as it's not the match. I believe you was terrible on the quiz.
Yeah, I still won though. Terrible at but one.
Those 10-point questions, mate.
Yeah, I did all right. Yeah, I was pretty bad on that quiz actually. I lost my head. You don't realise that what kind of pressure and what that does to you until you're under those lights, those big quiz lights that we've got through there. Rashford is a ghost in this game. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything in the final third's a ghost.
Yeah. Damn, I'm more interested in RoboCops than TSK Sofia than United.
Right, let's spice it up. Rank religions from best to worst.
Yeah, let's do that. We've got. Oh, it's poor, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it?
Best stripper in Mancunia.
Oh, good question.
Ooh,
I've never actually been to a strip club in Manchester. There's that one just called Long Legs in Chinatown. And this isn't a sponsored video.
But, however...
Wait. Can we make it a sponsored video?
I'd love to. But for something, just because it's called Long Legs.
They sponsor
like
a golf
Daddy
tournament.
Long Legs owns it. Just a big spider sat in a chair. I've always liked the idea of going in there, but I'm not really a big fan.
No, they sponsor one of the local golf tournaments as well.
Do they?
I reckon they definitely involved.
How do you like your steak, says Richard Burney. It's got to be a good one, though. Because if you go somewhere that's like a slight cheap one, this is where you end up getting water. It's not blood, it's water. They've either been frozen or they've been kept too cool. Or, very often what happens is, you have to let a steak sit at room temperature for a bit, which is weird.
Yeah.
You don't really have to do that with a lot of other meats. But you have to kind of let a temperature just a steak get to room temperature. So... if you've got a steak and
Before
it comes,
and after you cook
and
it.
you slam a fucking fork in it and water pisses out everywhere,
Yeah.
shit chef,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes you get it on a barbecue as well, which is fucking annoying when that happens. But if you got to go with a medium rare, and it's got to be nice and pink but hot inside. It can't be too cold, and you can't have one that's had water in it. What you want to do is you want to get yourself like a nice black bit of marble. And you want to leave a steak out there
which we'll
about
have.
5 or 6 hours before you're going to cook that shit, and then you want to rub. See, you're supposed to rub salt and pepper in it, but I don't really like the pepper in it. I'll just go with a salt and maybe a bit of rosemary or something like that. No. Salt and rosemary. Salt and rosemary, yes.
I think
But then I cook it in
You
butter.
you have to put the
gotta
butter
cook it in
in
butter.
after though, because if you start it in butter, the butter's going to burn before the steak's cooked.
Yeah.
Bit of vegetable oil,
Cook that shit.
or
olive oil.
Well, honestly, I can cook steaks so well.
yeah. It's a shame you're over there though, isn't it? You like a bit of rosemary, a bit of garlic.
Yeah, oh yeah, garlic as well. I forgot about garlic. Yeah, but rosemary's the killer one. I like a bit of rosemary.
Yeah,
so
that's a great
that's
choice.
what you
What's
gotta go
your
with.
favourite cut? What's your favourite steak? If you've got all the options, you've got your
Ribeye usually.
ribeye.
Yeah, but not a too marbly one. Like I'd rather go with like a nice grass-fed one. The ones that are just laced with fat, like the corn-fed ones, they don't do it for me. I like the leaner ones. Like the best steak I ever had in my life, and it's a bit of a fucking trick this as well, the bastards. When we was doing our tasting for the wedding, and you go and get your food, mate, they give us this fucking just a pan-seared fucking steak. I'm not sure what sort of cut it was, but it was outrageous. It was like fucking butter. It was unbelievable. I ordered like fucking $7,000 worth of steak on the back of it, and then what they give us because we had an outdoor barbecue at the wedding.
Yeah.
What they actually give us was not up to it. I mean, I got some ginormous steak on it. I fucking absolutely obliterated the steak at the night time, like, but what we got was nothing compared to that. This was like hands down the best steak I've ever had. Do you know the most disappointing steaks I've ever had? Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, really?
Wanker.
The
Yeah, he's gaffing Vegas.
Wow.
That's meant to be good though, isn't it?
Yeah, right. So we was walking through. We couldn't fucking decide where to
Casino's
eat.
that one?
Caesar's Palace. Like you think Caesar's
he's gotta
Palace,
be good.
Gordon Ramsay,
Has to
shit
be
the
good.
bed, man. This has to be good. Dearest place we ate at in America. Worst place we ate at in America.
Wow, what was up with it?
Everything. So do you walk in? I love Kitchen Nightmares. It's one of my fucking guilty pleasures in life.
Yeah.
Shut this shit down. What's this? Can't keep cooking raw. You know the game, right? So fucking we walking past. see
Someone's
Gordon
gonna
Ramsay's.
die. I love that.
So fucking raw.
You're gonna kill someone.
Yeah. So
Nothing will beat idiots.
and the way he talks, just fucking totally turbo with his hands. He's off his fucking rocker in it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
so
His restaurants.
we're walking through the thing here. Stop putting stats on the screen. No one gives a fuck. We've had one shot on target. They've had none. They've had 8 shots.
They've had
cool.
8 shots,
We've had
I
all
think
the
half of which
possession.
were outside the
Fuck it
box.
off. We're talking about food. Thank you.
There's 34%
So
possession.
the Walking through Caesar's Palace, starving, Gordon Ramsay. For a guy that's got a restaurant show about kitchen nightmares where they tell other people where they're fucking it up, your place has got to be on it, right? Yeah. Get in there, sit down, dirty glass. Excuse me, Flower, glass is dirty. She's like, no problem, I'll sort that for you. Fuck, he's still there when the bill came, wasn't it?
Really?
Not bad.
That's annoying, isn't it?
And the steak was...
I'm going to have to go buy something.
Also,
the steak was the worst steak I've ever had in my life. It was shit.
What was it? Not crispy, not done enough.
It was just.
What was it?
It was hard. It didn't taste right. It tasted off almost. Like it was just whatever they did. Don't do that again. Yeah, don't know what you did, but you just fucked it.
You ever had the raw steak? Well, I've had that.
Blue, where they show a photograph of an oven to it and then they serve it.
No, literally, I had it.
Like a tartare almost.
Yeah. I had
beef
that.
tartare where it's literally just
There's
raw.
a tasting thing from one of the
It's not the
restaurants
blue
in
one.
Manchester.
The blue ones
No,
where
they do sear that.
No,
for
literally,
20 seconds each side.
completely raw. And you just flatten
I've
it.
had
and
tuna
then you put a
tartare,
load
which
of-
is the same thing.
Why would you want that?
It's nice.
It's a different texture.
It's really nice.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like sushi, innit?
But they had to flatten it out first. So it's
That's
really
carpaccio.
thin. Yeah, that's the one. And then
Beef carpaccio, yeah. They hammer it down so it's like...
What's your thoughts on those Wagyu ones that are like... Because it's essentially rotten.
I honestly think... I've never had it like that high end stuff because even the stuff you get in Britain isn't as good as the Japanese stuff. I just think
where it's like a grander gram.
It's like mostly white. Here we go.
We got a super chat.
Cheers, mate.
Do you agree that some channels have been on a countdown to Ollie out since August?
Yes.
I don't watch them for starters, so I couldn't tell you.
Yes.
Probably.
They've been.
No, I'm not going to name names, but yeah.
They've been talking up the odds of. Well, I don't know what you mean by channels. I think if you mean YouTube channels, I don't know. But TV channels have. They've been talking about the odds of who's going to be going first, or everyone has.
Yeah, but the reason why that
people have
is
been talking about Solskjaer since the end of last season.
What brings clicks?
Yeah,
Manchester
of course.
United.
Yeah.
That's why, even if we draw this game, we will be a bigger story than Spurs losing.
And City losing.
Than City
Yeah, City.
losing. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have they lost more than us?
We'll always be a bigger club.
Who?
Always
City.
bigger news.
Probably. Well, we lost one,
lost-
they've lost two. Or have they lost two? Well, three, they lost two. I don't know.
They've lost-
Who fucking cares?
It doesn't
We're
matter.
struggling.
It really doesn't.
Yeah, I think people are waiting for Ollie to go, aren't they?
Mate, as soon as he came in, people were ready.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
people love failure. It sells well.
Yeah.
They can talk about who's going to be the next
And
United
what you see-
manager.
well, you see
what
that-
they fucking do.
You say they're talking about who's going to be the next United manager. That side of the conversation seems to have died off since Tottenham have shut the bed. At least before they used to be able to say, I
Pochettino.
think United should have gone for Pochettino in the summer. They're not
Wouldn't
even
have
saying
got
that
him
now.
anyway.
They're just saying how bad Solskjaer is. No one's talking about replacement.
Yeah, yeah.
No one can come up with someone who's going to be any better.
It's gonna be-
or
they want
take United up
Allegri
the
as
table
the next
'cause it's-
one.
Well,
It's going to be
a
Allegri. Great. Let's have another.
Just a
If
worse
you'd have brought
version of
Pochettino,
Mourinho.
Yeah,
he'd
exactly.
have done. What would he have done different?
He might have done
What-
loads of things different, but it doesn't look
But he'd have
interesting
still
now they're
needed
doing
a
shit,
centre half.
does it?
He'd have still probably signed Maguire. He'd have
He might not
still
got rid
needed.
of
I
Maguire.
honestly don't think Maguire would have gone. And Pogba would have been gone, no question.
Maybe.
don't know.
We'd have had Lukaku. Matic would be playing every single game without question, which he's at the moment, but he's not playing this one. He'd be playing this. We'd have Lukaku, who would score a couple
have you
goals.
mates with Pochettino? How do you know
I
all
know.
this? Has he been texting you? Who he would have played?
I don't know.
His plan, yeah.
I can't imagine.
It's hard
Like
to-
he
It's
says,
a
Longstaff's
crap
better than
situation.
Longstaff.
yeah, it's
fantastic.
way
Yeah,
better.
well, yeah.
Surely Pep should be sacked. If he lets Liverpool win the league, he should. Fucking fraud.
If Pep Guardiola doesn't win the Champions League this season, when he can
doesn't win
accept the
anything.
Premier League
I
is
think he
gone,
might quit.
then it's a.
I think that'll be him gone.
If they don't win anything, I think
I
he'll
don't
leave.
know.
They won't sack him because obviously he's done.
Mate,
too
he's
well
ready
for
to
him
go
be sacked,
to
but yeah.
some other club and
Where would
win
he go
that,
next?
so he can
No,
go.
I
back to Bayern.
He'd do it.
Barca
No,
somewhere?
if Juventus, if what's his face, Sarri messes up, which is probably what's going to happen.
I think you can
He'd
see
go,
him at United.
you can see him going to Juventus. Easy. That's the next, because then he can say, "Yes, I've won it in every major country." And
what,
then,
though?
if,
He can
and then
win the
if,
league with
imagine,
the
if,
best team
imagine,
in
if,
each-
imagine if you're the guy who
He
brings
used
the
to win
Champions League back to
but
Juventus.
still won.
Cameron's just put Paddock Watchalongs are literally food talk. Why no one watches? I don't know. Because this is way more entertaining than fucking deluding ourselves that the football's good. You dick. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, I don't want to sit talking and just being negative about the football for.
Epic
2 hours.
Arana says, "Stop talking about food, chat. It's 3:30 a.m. I'm drunk and starving.
Oh, mate,
Mate.
order yourself something.
Get
Just
some,
accept the
Order a
financial
pizza,
hit.
brother.
Where are
Go and order yourself
Where
a pizza.
are you? What is that? 7 hours ago in America.
3:30 a.m.
In
You
West
must be
Coast?
starving. You must be starving.
That's got to be
No,
West Coast, isn't it?
No, that's
Mate,
still
if you-
like 11.
mate,
It's
even
gotta
if
be
It's
you've
four.
got-
Australia.
It's got to be Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's ahead, isn't it? Not
Fucking
behind.
hell, mate. What score does it end up?
God.
Can we go home yet? Is it?
Yeah, can we go home?
If it's 0-0 when it finishes, we're going.
Can I
How
have
mad
some
was that
food?
having a title fight on at 11 in the fucking morning on a Sunday?
Oh, is that what this?
Well, of course it was, because it was on at 3 a.m. our time.
Oh, their time. Yeah.
They just had to find the time that would piss people off as little as possible.
The fighters must have woken up at like 4 a.m. for that. That's not ideal, is it?
No.
Especially if you've been there for a week or two acclimatised.
I think you'd have just had
Done
to
it a
spend
few
the
times.
week waking up at 4.
Yeah, probably.
I've got up at
Seriously,
7 in the
you
morning
do.
to watch United a few times when I was over there. It's just
Or when United do the pre-season tour in like America or whatever. And they have to wake up early.
God,
I don't
yeah.
mind it. Look at that. Seen that for a
I'm
bacon
starving,
sandwich.
so
It's in
that
Sydney.
looks like
Sydney,
heaven to
mate.
me.
Sydney, yeah.
Everything Mourinho said about each one of these players is absolutely true. That might be true.
It
That
doesn't mean he could.
Don't
Yeah,
say
that doesn't
it.
mean that Mourinho wasn't
Fucking-
a fucking massive issue at the club as well.
Yeah.
Which he was, and if not, you're rewriting history, mate. Because he was.
I don't think anyone disagreed that we needed a centre half last summer. He was bang on, and he didn't disagree that the players
Yeah.
weren't that good. But you don't come out in the press and say
No, exactly.
it's a lot of shit.
It's not. It's like saying
what's-
none of it's not true. Yeah, but you don't have to say everything that's true. That's not always the right way of doing things, is it?
Right, we're going to spend 35 seconds talking about the thing again, and we'll get back to some interesting stuff. So, are we ready?
So if I say talk about what?
Talk
Should we do
about
30 seconds each? Just give us a summary
30
on
seconds
how
each.
you thought half-time went, because there's a lot of people that tune in for half-time.
Oh, I'm not in the
They're
dressing room,
probably
so
in
I
for a
don't know.
little bit of actual football
Okay,
talk.
let's talk.
You absolute maniacs. Right, I'm going to time it, though, because we're not going over it.
right.
Go.
You start then, Steve.
Right, so what I will say is there's been a lack of movement in the final third. I don't like the two-man midfield. I think that's awful. I would love to see us go to a single pivot, push 2 number 8s in, and have more options in and around the striker and those players that are in the wide areas. We do that, I think we create more chances. At the moment, when we've got possession, we're playing 2 ball-playing centre-halves who are trying to step into midfield, but they're stepping into midfield and they're stepping past 2 number 6s who are just directly in front of them in like a weird box
Stop.
sort of shape. No, I said we're going to go for 35 seconds. That was 31.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was
All right,
30.
so if we
think I
move
have
to a
to do
single
30
pivot,
seconds.
you can then start to see someone like a Maguire or an Axel Tuanzebe step into midfield, and that then will open up options for us. We have got no movement, no penetration, and if we don't have something fresh, we've got no fucking hope.
Boom.
Very nice.
That's why you should vote for me.
That's why I should vote for Stephen.
Alex, go.
all of that repeated. We've just made the same mistakes as we have been doing since the Chelsea game, against a low block all the time, no penetration. Don't know why Matt's still in the team, to be honest. I see some of the benefits he gives, but it's just too slow. He's not. There's no point having him in there, to be honest. Do you try Angel Gomez? Do you try do something different? Yes, potentially, but to be honest, I don't see anything changing. He's going to do the same thing again, and it'll probably be 0-0.
Beautiful. Someone comments here. The fuck's all his football talk?
There we go. That's a proper Stretford Paddock view of that.
Go on, Joe.
I mean, we should, like I said, it's the same thing happening again, isn't it? We can't make any chances. The team's too thin to be able to play anyone else. Matt, like I said, Matt is like
next,
watching
isn't it?
someone's dad play, who used to be really good at football, but now he's just 45.
And occasionally he
can't
puts it
move.
in the top bin.
Yeah, he's good, but you can tell his quality, but he just can't move. Rashford's not done anything. I don't know whether he's injured or he needs a rest, but either way, he I think needs some time to sort of get back to where he was. Midfield just gets passed through all the time. Maguire's looked quite good, other than the fact that he missed a header from 3 yards out.
There we go.
Super. Bang on 35 seconds as well. Do you want to go for it, Patrick?
Dallo and Young as at wing backs, especially defensively, are a massive liability, and they're probably going to score on the counter down that, exploiting that, honestly. Maguire and Tuanzebe look like it works well together, although having 2 ball-playing centre-backs, I don't know. Tuanzebe's hit the ball down the other end of the pitch quite a few times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it hasn't. Midfield is shit, innit? Fred, I'm sorry. Look, I think he's definitely trying stuff, and I respect that, but it's not working out for him, and it hasn't worked out for him. And he needs to start working out for him soon, otherwise it's time to call for his head, basically. Matter, I love you. You're too slow, and you're not good enough for this team. There we go. What has happened? What is that? What have you actually
Just
done?
as he's talking, you've just got Joe trying to chew a McDonald's
Make
cup.
fucking paper straws that collapse in your drink, but these fucking lids are still plastic. They don't care that much. Rubbish.
What, I'm sorry.
How
what
interesting
was
would
your,
it be?
Hang on. What was he saying?
I was trying
What
to see
were
if
you-
it was like a little sugar paper or something.
What?
Yeah, it's rubbish.
So this is
Anyway.
the guy who also eats like raw prawns. Just walk in.
Everyone eats raw prawn.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
What?
I've never eaten a
possibly
raw
be
prawn
saying?
in my life, actually.
I don't know. I don't really fucking care, to be honest, either.
Lovely.
How interesting would it be to see if Axel's managed to move past Lindelof in the pecking order. Obviously, Lindelof's injured, but there's a lot of people that were calling for it.
Yeah.
If Tuanzebe manages to move past Lindelof in the pecking order and Brandon Williams manages to sneak in, whether that's just ahead of Young or whether that is to actually replace Shaw by the end of the season, but would you be all right with a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Tuanzebe, Maguire and Brandon Williams?
Yeah, 'cause
three
it's a
academy players.
Because it's a rebuild.
Quality.
Two academy players and one youngster.
But
It's a
it'll-
rebuild.
It'll make mistakes, and if you do that, but so is this back four with.
Well, the problem is though,
That's
when,
it.
when,
Still
when,
one of the
a,
best
when
in
a
the
mature player makes mistakes, you blame it on not having a replacement. When a young player makes mistakes, you blame the manager for playing players that aren't ready. So like when Young makes a mistake, we go, yeah, we know that Young's not good enough, but that pressure doesn't get put on him in the same way because we expect him to make mistakes. But when Brandon Williams comes in, if he makes a couple of mistakes, all of a sudden it's Solskjaer shouldn't be playing him. He's not good enough. He's not cut out for this level. So like I said, it puts pressure on us, put on those players because United are bad and they will make mistakes. But in theory, that would be great. I don't mind seeing that at all. I don't think Shaw's been that good this season when he has played. So if Williams can push ahead of him,
I honestly think Williams has got half a chance of breaking it. And someone commented like, "Are you fucking? What are you smoking?" And I'm like, "Well, what redeeming factors do you see in Luke Shaw at the moment? Because I see areas for improvement when he's on the ball. When does Shaw overlap lately?
No.
He's really stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And Brandon
kind
Williams
of-
has really added that.
Underlaps, doesn't he? He always kind of lets the winger out
But he's
wide and
never-
comes into the box.
No,
He's only ever worked once against Leicester in the first
He
game
had
of
that.
last season.
He's not really done it. It's that little run he had before he
Go
got
on,
his
Tommy.
the ankle break or whatever it
Yeah.
was. He looked very good, but since then,
Heavy first touch from Marcus there and then gets caught. He wins a free kick,
Yeah.
actually.
Man, that's
Why
what
is
I-
Young steaming in here?
That's the thing I didn't get to really talk about was what's going on with Rashford, man. Because you look at his positions when
He's
we're coming
injured.
forward, and he stays out wide and he stays quite deep, and you're just confused.
I don't get why.
I don't understand it.
People are coming out and like saying like, "Oh, Pogba has to have a bit of a break," but Rashford is continually playing through injuries. It's not doing himself any good.
No.
He's doing his own reputation a lot of damage here at the moment. And I think there's
Handball.
handball. Book him.
you got pulled back and then it was handball straight off.
Yeah, that's definitely a yellow card, ref.
Was it Shaw?
Yeah.
Ball into the box.
Nothing. There was no. It
Ball,
didn't even
ball
look
again.
like there was going to come out
There you
anything
go.
out.
That
Of it.
was
Here
Ashley
comes
Young
St.
cross,
Maxim.
yeah.
Watch a goal come out of this. Oh.
Almiron
They
taking
love a
distraction.
bloody long shot, don't they?
So do we.
They're not getting
So
through
do
our
we.
defence, to be fair, which is why they are limited to those long shots.
Oh, but one will
We've
go
defended
in. Man, it's just
relatively
gonna
well.
be shit. We're going to go out to a St. Maxime banger. What? That is
That
God,
long
that's
shot
bad.
was
That's
10
bad.
yards wide, by the way.
We flattered the fuck out of that by the angle that the
Yeah.
main
Yeah,
camera
yeah.
had. When you see it from the back of the knee, you're like, eh.
do you think if Lindelof's not a guaranteed starter, he goes next summer?
No,
If
I don't think so.
No, I think Lindelof's a modest
There's a lot-
guy. I think he knows he's part of the system, and he'd want to fight to get his way back in. I don't see him as the type of guy who wants to leave. He comes
Well,
across as a
Ashley
model. He
Young,
comes
head
across as a
injury.
model
Head
professional,
injury for
doesn't he?
Young there.
yeah, but you need him booked first.
Hang on, was you had
I think he got a
Lindbergh
knee in the back
before?
of the head. I
Yeah,
don't think he
Wasn't
fouled
he
him. I
booked
think he just
before?
hurt him. It looked like there was just as he tried to step
Fucking
over him, he kneed
pussy.
him in the head, I think. Oh, no, I don't know what happened.
Didn't actually touch him.
He's just
No, it's
I
just.
don't
a
think he
bit-
actually touches him.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh
it
yeah,
does,
yeah,
His,
yeah.
his
yeah.
heel catches him behind the ear.
That's
that
going
would
to hurt.
to
That's
be
going to
fair.
hurt. Anyway,
Does anyone
it's,
care when we get a set piece, says Dylan?
No.
I haven't cared
No.
for years, mate.
No.
You're on death row for
Maguire
murder. Oh, here we
don't
go.
care.
You're
He's
on
4
death row
yards
for
out.
murdering the Glazer family. State your last meal. See, I'm going to
Gordon
go for it on
Ramsay's
never-ending
steak.
buffets.
Nice. That's good.
you can't
Thinking
get
smart.
around. You can't
That's a
do
good one.
buffet.
Who can't? It's my last meal.
Can't do a
you want.
buffet. Why can't you?
Or
cheating.
what if you
It's
go,
cheating.
I need Gordon Ramsay. Joe, I missed Gordon Ramsay cooking Christmas dinner in Afghanistan in 2006. I
Why?
had to actually go and do a bit of work.
You joking?
No, but what? How inconvenient was
That's
that?
so annoying.
So,
What, is there a war going
there was a
on or
fucking
something?
suicide bomber decided to detonate himself in a whole post office queue, which needed a bit of clearing up. Anyway, so Gordon Ramsay flew out to Camp Bastion and he cooked Christmas dinner for everyone and I fucking missed it. I was wounded. So I think if I'm on death row for murdering the Glazers,
could get
I will
Gordon
say,
Ramsay.
yeah, I want Gordon Ramsay. And they go, well, we can't get him here for 6 months. Well, I guess you can't kill me then, can you?
That's it then. You've probably been on death row for about 15 years at that point anyway, to be fair. They'll give you another 6 months.
Go on then.
I'd go for one of them all-you-can-eat steak places, like Ben Brazil kind of thing, where you
Do you reckon you try and kill yourself with steak?
just keep eating steak until you...
So you like your pancreas explodes?
I feel like that's a crap way to die, as opposed to a lethal injection, which you won't feel.
I don't know.
Do you reckon, they've done
yourself
studies
to
that
death.
There's
they
no way you
actually
don't
really
feel
feel
the
that.
injection.
Yeah, because your entire shit tenses up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Beforehand.
Anyway, anything that kills you pretty quickly.
Oh, I don't want to think about
It's probably gonna smart at some point.
Yeah, it's got to hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know what mine would be.
What are they all kicking off about?
Maybe some sort of steak would be nice in there. Maybe just some kind of mixed grill would be nice.
Or something that you know
Surfing
you're
turtle.
turbo allergic to.
Oh, bees.
Just
I'll
absolutely.
for my final meal.
Hang on a minute.
bees.
Newcastle was
Just
supposed
bee-
to give the ball back there, and they just passed it back to themselves.
Yeah, they're a laugh. My final
What a
meal,
joke.
my final meal would be bees and peanuts. just die of anaphylactic shock.
Just as you're swelling up, like,
I have
I have the last one.
I think I'm going for fish chips and curry sauce.
Really?
Yep.
Okay,
It's
alright then.
it's fully my favourite
So
meal.
how come yesterday when you went to the chippy,
Specifically
you got
from
battered sausage?
Well, yeah, because I fancy a battered sausage.
Right.
Specifically from Watchalong Fish Bar.
One of his.
If
in
you're
there.
around, it's fantastic.
I've never been there. Actually, I must say.
It's very good.
you're right.
Do you live
The,
in Altrincham?
No, my family do.
Oh, do they?
Curry sauce from there is very, very, very good.
Fuck me, this is boring.
Does it have raisins in it?
It does.
I like that. I don't like it
I'd call that English. I call that an English curry, mate.
with the raisins in.
Yeah, but there's I went to a fish and chip shop once, and they had Irish curry sauce and English curry sauce, and apparently the Irish one was spicier. Don't ask me.
You're all right, mate. I didn't want
There
anything.
you go. No
Cheers.
touches in the Newcastle box for Marcus.
No
Rashford's
touches
last
within
half.
about 30 yards of the
No,
Newcastle
but there was
box.
one directly in our box, so there we go.
Doing his work defensively, God bless.
Twanzebe
Dink
that
over the
long
top from
ball.
Tuanzebe.
Why not?
Knocked on by Marcus. Just
I'm not
Bit
fancy.
unlucky.
defense.
Maguire just knobbing it down to the Newcastle place.
This is
round,
honestly
just
this is watching table tennis, but less interesting because it's just going back and forth.
I like watching table tennis.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
they're
that's
too good at
exciting.
it. They've
You
got
come
too
up with
good.
some mental words, man.
They've got good. They've got too good at table
It's
tennis.
quick and exciting, whereas this is not.
This isn't that fun, is it?
No, this is slow and excruciatingly boring as Fred almost loses the ball in the middle of the park.
Fredo.
Do you know what? I'd be really tempted now to just fucking be like, Dylan Levitt, come on down. Someone with a
Why
bit of
wouldn't you?
creativity.
Why aren't you
see
just-
the no-look pass he played in for an assist?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That was awful, Cameron. I'm so glad that they didn't hear it.
I'd be embarrassed if I was you for that.
Canberra hovering on Rashford because he hasn't played well, but also because he will bring in clicks. Hence why the hate on him is bigger than someone else.
Does Joe know when Man United were formed?
Yeah, I do actually. 1878, mate. So, how much? 1876. Who really cares?
Oh!
Watch the quiz to find out.
Yeah.
In other news, there's a fucking leak in my roof somewhere on my car.
Oh, really?
Back
In your
seat's
car?
absolutely pissed wet through. Can't find it.
I've never heard of that. Someone's car leaking before.
Oh, window must be window thing, surely.
It's got to be, but I can't fucking find it. Back seat's absolutely drenched, unless it's one of them fucking like special edition wet seats that you can get.
Do what you do with
probably
like an
isn't.
inner tube. Put the whole car underwater and see where it comes in. Drive it into
Just in the canal like that. What are you doing? Don't worry, mate.
Found the leak.
I've got a leak trying to find where it is.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just put your finger over it. 'Cause otherwise, you'll never know.
Just in my fucking head in, honestly.
Which seat is it?
The back seat.
All,
It's a bench seat, innit?
Oh, right. The whole thing.
I'd be
just
really
this
interested.
way.
Yeah,
See
and do you
Fred's
lift the back
pass
seat
around.
up because
Yeah.
it's all sealed underneath it. It's like about fucking 4 inches of water. And you're like, where's that come from?
Maybe it's come from.
Inexplicable. Just
Yeah.
food
Well,
water.
I'd managed to dry it. I'd managed to dry it all, clear it all, and then because it pissed it down on it the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I put some on the back seat before it went, and I went, fuck me, it's back. Because I thought, oh, maybe. Because I've not had it long. I've only had it a few months. I
I'm not
thought maybe
excited
when
about
I bought
it.
it, the window was open.
It's gonna go
before,
straight
you know,
into-
like, and I thought maybe it was
first
my
man.
fault. But now I've gone, well, I've dried this shit now.
You know what else
It
is like
definitely
that?
got dried.
Sand. How does it fucking get everywhere? It's fucking
Because
insane.
it's tiny and it
Yeah, I know,
sticks to
but
it.
literally you cannot lose it for months after you've gone to a big.
Do you know what you need to do? Talcum powder.
Yes, that's what surfers use
Is
to
it,
get
is it
your
like the
wetsuit on.
antithesis of sand? It just pushes it
Well,
out.
it is,
wet,
it's
wet
just-
sand will stick to you because you're wet and the sand's wet. But if you use talcum powder, that absorbs all the moisture and then the sand will fall off. Mate, it's not like you spent any time in the desert. You know this sort of shit. What I'm saying.
yeah.
go.
Talking up my balls 3 times a day. So the sun doesn't chafe my fucking thing.
You know, just on a corner.
I don't know. I mean, something happened, but it didn't.
No
it never ended up
one
in a goal.
cares.
James,
What we need is... Hey, let's be real now.
he's
What
done
we
well
need
there.
is...
He's done really well there.
We need Shah to get
Unlucky,
booked and Young to
unlucky.
get booked, and then we can have a fucking good old time, can't we? Otherwise, everything can get in the fucking bin. To be fair, if a couple of them bets come in, I might fucking go Vegas on Wednesday.
I think. Would you actually
Got a
just
bad
go?
feeling about this.
Well, what's the biggest obstacle that I have? A wife.
Yeah.
And she wants me to go, so...
Taking you with
There
her.
you go.
Oh no,
Taking
you
it with
just see it happening, don't you? You just see Andy Carroll scoring here.
Especially as I've been saying, like, we need an Andy Carroll just off the bench
Yeah.
impact sort of player.
Yeah.
And he's going to go and score, and we're like, see, we didn't have
You
that.
just see it happening.
We've
He's having a
got
laugh with the
Jones.
officials. It spells disaster. It really does. Fucking watch Liverpool Twitter go crazy when Andy Carroll scores. I don't want to fucking deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. Because it's going to happen. I just know it. Oh.
So if anyone knows how to get water out back seats of cars, tweet me.
How to find the hole in a car.
Yeah.
I don't really. It doesn't.
Because I've looked in there, and there's no, like, trickle of water anywhere. It's just, it rains, the seat
Is
gets
this going to
wet.
start? What's the seat made out of?
It's leather.
Oh, okay, well that helps a bit because now I'm thinking if it was fabric, that car's about to start stinking like shit. Isn't
Oh, yeah, it kind of already does.
yeah, but that's just because you.
I mean, that's because of the actual shit.
Does it
that you've
smell
done on the
like
back of
Red
it.
Bull and gym clothes?
No, gym clothes are on.
Red Bull pasta and gym clothes.
That must be an awful spell.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Howson.
He does when he's, if you've got food hovering around, he will dribble a bit, yeah.
What car is it? I've seen it, but what is it? I can't
I'm
remember.
not saying what car I've got.
In comes the
Oh,
ball.
you're not? Just lie.
Clear
All right,
by
it's
Young.
a yellow freewheeler.
Is it? I've never seen it. No.
Oh, it's orange freewheeler.
What's your license number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
License
And
number,
where do you
registration,
park
and
it?
address.
Which is your spot that you park in at the same time every day in the middle of Manchester city centre?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
about
point.
fuck off.
Yeah, good point. I've not really thought about
Shah did get booked before.
that. So what do you
Come
do
on,
now?
Ashley Young, you little fucker! 0-0, Ashley Young, 700 quid.
Jesus.
700 quid
Yeah.
from
He
that
put
one
1,200 on it.
bet. I mean, Ashley Young has to get booked.
He'll trip someone up later on. Especially if United are winning and
that would
isn't
be
going to happen, is it?
It's just not.
I'm thinking if we're soaking up any sort of pressure, you could
Yeah.
see him tripping someone up.
I could see him just, I don't know, doing something stupid.
Go on, Diogo, lad. Played down to James.
Ball to James. Oh, he's done well. Nobody there.
No look crossed though, to be fair. What am I looking at here? Sky Bet, that was it.
Sky Bet.
Exciting time.
Right, so let's just go through what we've still got then currently on. So we've got James and Rashford to score. Charles and Lachelle to be carded.
That was
it
one you
does
knew
say
wasn't gonna
Shah
happen.
is carded. Yeah, but no, that's why it's
Oh,
called
but Tomlin's
gambling,
done
not
very
fucking
well.
winning.
Yeah, he did really well.
And
It's
then
like
we've
Dallas
got
pulled up
United to
injured.
win.
Oh, Dallas.
Dummett, Maguire, and Williams to be carded. None of them's coming in yet.
Well, Williams is probably going to come on in a minute because
Red
Dallas.
Switch. Oh! Just ahead of James.
Oh,
That's unlucky.
yeah, that was a good play. That who was it? Pereira.
Ball, but
Good
But Daniel
ball
James
in.
should be the one you're trying to get a ball to. But that was good.
Is
Is it a convertible? No, if it was a convertible, it'd make way more sense, wouldn't it? I'd be like, oh, the fucking roof's down!
The back seat's
Oh.
wet.
That's annoying.
That's unlucky there. Though.
So, yes, we do have one which is half in so far. £755 return off a fiver.
Good
150
Too
at
far
one.
out wide.
Draw for 0-0. Shah to be booked. Young to be booked. McTominay to be
I don't know,
booked.
you got a shot off there.
Everything's in apart from Young getting booked.
If anybody from United is going to score, it's going to be James.
Oh,
This is the major change that we wanted to see. The
Talk
inspirational
about yellow
change
cards.
that is going to lead us to an inevitable 3-0 victory as Romo
Low's
comes
injured.
on.
If Dallas injured, we can't not swap him
why?
out.
What did you say? Who's injured?
Rojo's
Hello.
Maybe he's worried about the aerial threat of Carroll.
I mean, I would be. I am.
always a laugh, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
If Rojo's
Rojo's
good
good
screamer,
fun.
he can have a lifetime contract.
it's good fun.
He is good fun.
Yeah.
He's fucking loon.
He wasn't even half bad against AZ Alkmaar.
No, and he isn't half bad. But he's got the decision making of a fucking 4-year-old.
But he basically
Probably got
is.
the maturity of a 4-year-old as well, to be honest. That's on ball.
Is it?
Well, it's not a yellow card, is it?
No, he's already booked.
So I don't know why they're showing it again.
Well, because there's
Don't know.
deliberate handball is a yellow card, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it just so wasn't deliberate.
No.
Here we go.
Should we just fucking bet the house on him getting booked?
First thing he does.
He's bossing.
What's he just saying there?
He has not told Maguire to go.
We're not just going free in the back.
He'll be right back, I think. Maybe.
I mean, Dallo.
This is ridiculous. Should put Young right back and go you left back.
Maybe he is. I don't know what he was pushing.
But it
Maguire.
does look
Must
like
be
that's what the
doing.
case is actually.
Yeah, I don't know why he pushed Maguire over. Maybe it was just
Probably
for the
told
set
to get
piece.
in the box. Yeah.
I actually don't know what's going on here. To be fair, I felt like that since the Chelsea game, to be fair.
They've been Newcastle have been shit really.
Cam, take the hands
and I
off
wouldn't
the
be
dog.
surprised to see them win. And because we've been even shitter. I'll keep on swearing, but whatever. It's the case of United right now.
Brandon says need to get a commercial vac to get the water out. Yeah, I've done that. I've managed to get the water out.
But it keeps coming back.
But then, yeah, it's coming back because I don't know the source of the leak. My missus thinks that it's splashing up from underneath, and I've tried to explain. Look, if it was splashing up from underneath, that means there's a hole at the bottom.
Yeah.
The water would drain out because it's in the bottom.
Also,
it's clearly leaking from
How
the
is
top
it
down.
bouncing from underneath? How is the water getting directly underneath the car if the car's in the way? How's it? The water goes through the car, bounces off the ground.
Transavi's gone out on the right.
Where's Young then?
So
Is
he's
it Rojo and Maguire in the middle?
Axel right back. Jesus. Yeah, doing my fucking nutting, basically.
Only the 60th minute.
I know. This game feels
How
like it's
about
gone
wrap
on
this
for
shit
about
up and let's
2
go
hours.
home, lads?
It does feel
Just
like
book
there's-
Young
there's
and then
like
let's
10
go
minutes
home.
left, doesn't it? It does feel like there's 10 minutes left.
Fucking hell.
Still half an hour to go.
Is it just because it's desperate?
I'm
I think it's just
really
really
interested
bad.
to see
Squeezing my head.
Fred's pass map because I think he's passed it backwards like a million times.
Cheeky chip.
But like, double marked for him. When's Marcus getting
Oi.
anything one-on-one?
See, look at that. We only lost one of the last four. It's
Well
not
done,
all bad.
Matter. Take him out.
Fucking hell. And only won one.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that.
So 25% win ratio.
I thought, you know
Against
what?
the
I thought
Stars.
after we ground out the result against Leicester, I thought, okay, great, we can grind out a few more results here. Nope.
Yeah, no. After we dicked Chelsea on opening day, I was like, we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fuck
No,
off.
instead Chelsea are all right and we're not,
Yeah.
which is just annoying.
Yeah.
McTominay.
Why not?
40
Why
yards
not?
out.
Because there's nobody. He's got nobody to fucking pass to. Because nobody's in the right position. Axel,
Axel's
what a
class,
man! First team, he should be starting now. Like I know, but he should be for the rest of the games going on.
Carp them DMs says you should put someone in the back seat and spray it with a hose. Well, I did this sort of when I went to go and get it valeted, and I deliberately turned round and fucking eyeballed the shit out of the back trying to see if there was any sort of leak coming in. No, it's mad.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like there's a giant dipstick sponge hanging out the bottom, which is just absorbing water from the bottom and just putting it under my seat for a giggle.
Maybe it is.
Is
Maybe
it
it's under the
maybe
wheel arch or
it's
something.
Maybe it is just leaking.
Could it be under the
from,
wheel
like,
arch?
The roof. Maybe it's like water can get through it.
Yeah,
a
but
bit.
if it, like I said, if the think
Whoa.
about this logically, like if there's a hole underneath the car
It wouldn't go.
and water is
no,
splashing
no.
in, it would also leak out of that again. But it's pooling. It's staying in there, so it's obviously sealed at the bottom, which means it's got to be leaking high and
gotta be
coming down.
draining
is
into that.
it getting above the door, or is there still space between where the water level in the door? Because if so, it could be coming
No,
through
like
the
just,
door.
the seat's sort of scooped out like that in it, and then you put the actual
Rashford's done well there.
seat on
And
top
then
of it.
Ferreira-
Well,
what was that?
there's just fucking water pooling in it, and the nightmare is as well when you dry the water out of the thing because of the sponge of the
Yeah.
fucking back seat. Shit's still wet for weeks.
Yeah.
It takes ages to actually dry out. Kid nightmare.
Rojo, is that already? You gonna get a yellow card already? No.
Just book Young and let's fuck it off, lads. Come on.
It's not much of a. He doesn't do much there. Does
No,
he?
I mean,
Hardly
Cal knows
touches
what
it.
he's doing.
Yeah. Come on, Cal.
Bloody hell. In other news, United are still in the race for the Golden Boot. 9 goals. Tammy Abraham only got 8. So
That's all right, isn't it? When's the last time we scored more than 60 goals in a season? Did we do that?
No,
Not-
40.
like Kieran will tell you we're scoring 100 a season. So
Yeah. We don't score, do we?
I'm going to take it to the garage.
Ooh.
oh, that's a handball.
Book him,
Yeah,
shit
Liverpool,
house.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not anything particular.
Longstaff chips it in. Carroll
Oh,
over the bar.
he's going to do it. He's going to score, isn't he? Flipping hell. It's going to happen.
Spin it and get a new car. Do you know what? If I get Euro Millions, I'll probably buy a new car. Or 12. In all honesty, I'd be very fucking lucky to be alive after winning Euro Millions for another few months, to be honest.
Cam just showing off that Tammy Abraham's got no assists so far this season. Very poor. United not doing anything, obviously.
No.
Obviously not doing anything. What's everyone having for tea tonight? What are we having?
I don't know yet.
Let's be having you.
I don't know.
There's just nobody in the box.
Salmon. Ooh, lovely. Are you cooking
Salmon.
it?
Fuck off, Cameron.
Salmon's
It's the
nice.
king
You
of the fish.
fucking absolute Tory.
There's a
Fuck's sake.
2-on-2
Newcastle
here for
break here.
Newcastle. Rojo's been taken for a mug.
Buck Young.
He's gonna.
Oh, he's going to die. He's booking
Almer
it for
on board for
diving.
diving. He's not on your acca, is he?
Fantastic.
No.
That is definitely the second or third time he's dived as well.
Mason on for Matter. Is that a suggestion or something that's happened?
It has to happen.
It needs to happen.
We are a
Something
bit
needs to
behind,
happen.
by the way. So that is
Ooh, that's a poor
such
dive,
a
that.
massive dive.
Is this the worst United team since 30? It's the worst United team since 1988, I think.
And before you go on about it, no, it's not Ole's fault.
The amount of people that I see that are going like, well, Ole wanted rid of Lukaku and didn't want to bring a replacement in. Do you really think that? Or do you really think the Glazers is like, no. Can I spend that money we've just got in?
No.
We've
Half
earmarked
you
that.
put Harry
What
Maguire.
for? My cousin wants an extension.
That is what the situation is. And honestly, I think Ole is one of the reasons why we're not in. Why the Glazers aren't doing everything that they want. Ole probably has forced them to get the defenders in. Like, obviously, he has to be civil during press conferences and stuff. He can't go and say, "Oh, the owners are shit." You can't do that. But he's probably thinking it.
I'd Buck Young for that fucking pass. What the fuck was that?
And Andreas for that. It's just. Like, what's worse than a 0-0 draw with Newcastle? Or a 0-0 draw in which your bet doesn't come through?
10-0 to Newcastle was worse.
Yeah, it's definitely worse.
That would be worse. Liverpool win the league, which is going to happen. Which is
Dog's
pretty
rubbing
fun.
his arse on my leg here.
I'm
That's pretty bad.
I'm not talking about Liverpool
That's-
or City.
Just have to check it was the dog on, wasn't it? Fucking
It's
Will.
a different game. It's a different league.
Oh my fucking god, this is shit. Well, can't be asked in a review for this if it stays like
They're
this.
still over 20 minutes.
Here's the thing, right? It's not even interesting to me to analyse this.
There's nothing tactically.
Because it's
No,
exactly
because
the
it's just
same.
gash.
Yeah.
What do we do? Nothing! And we didn't concede, so you can't even be like, well, if we don't concede, no, it was fucking, might as well have not happened.
The stage
It was
is set for-
shit.
the stage is
Wasted
set for
everyone's
Greenwood.
fucking time.
Greenwood to get his first Premier League goal, honestly.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, just book Ashley Young, for fuck's sake.
It's going to happen.
If
Surely.
Ashley Young gets booked, would you rather us draw than win?
Never. But it's a great consolation if we don't score, isn't it?
I'm sure there's somebody.
Looks like Greenwood's
I'm sure there's
playing
somebody
up
on
front.
Twitter now explaining how you're a fake fan for betting against United or something. It's inevitable,
No,
isn't it?
it's a fucking realist. I've also got 3 bets where United win as well, but like, let's not fucking.
Let's not talk about them. Let's not draw.
Or
on the
4
ones.
bets actually.
You got one where James and Rashford score, so I think we can safely say
just covering your
got
bases.
all bets covered.
It looks like
Gambling
Greenwood's playing
responsible
at-
means you
at
cover
number
every
9.
outcome.
Please, because that's where you should
Probably
be
doesn't
playing,
actually.
isn't it?
It's not a sponsored stream, so we say what we want.
We should get talked about diabetes.
You should shut the fuck up. How about that?
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
pass.
that's a great ball.
Pereira playing it across.
Nobody there.
It's just too high, really.
Way too high for Rashford at the front post.
It wasn't a great cross. Good bit of play, though. First time I've had a man running in behind for a while. Good run from Pereira.
He absolutely twats that as well, Young. That's
Yeah,
hard to get
that's-
onto.
Yeah.
Pereira's done lucky just to get a toe to that.
Yeah. Not bad play. First bit of penetrative passing that we've done in
Probably the entire game. The
Yeah.
entire game, mate.
About
Apart from
6
one
weeks.
ball over the top or something.
Yeah.
Well, at least then we've got an international break, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got that to look forward to.
Followed
wait to
by
play- can't wait to watch us
fucking
play
Liverpool
Bulgaria.
on the other end of
Who have we
it.
got?
Yeah.
It's either Bulgaria or...
San Marino plays Scotland.
Oh, cool.
Well,
Yeah.
we were trying to figure out. We wanted to go and do for
From
my
Scotland
channel. We wanted
lose.
to go and do what was like a cheap international break that we could do.
Yeah.
And we was like, well, do you reckon we get in a San Marino end against Scotland? Because that would be a right laugh, wouldn't it? But then when you got an
Probably
English
get
accent,
stabbed.
oh
Oh,
surely
Young's
Ashley
on.
Young! Why didn't he shoot? That was it.
Oh, he's dreadful, isn't
you two dicks
And,
laughing at.
Newcastle breaking now. St.
We're
Maximin
not fucking booking for that.
don't know where he's going, bless him. He don't know where he's going. They might still score, but he was just running at everyone and then just turned round. And they're going to ball away.
This-
Now
this-
United can counter them.
We are-
Go again! Counter there, counter!
We are as
This-
bad as
Each
Newcastle
team
United.
just sprinting
ladies
at
and
each other and not knowing what to do when they get toward the box.
Fucking
Ash,
hell,
and
man.
why did Ashley Young try and
Completely clueless
square
everywhere.
that? Why did he not bang it into the near post? Or at least try to?
Because
do that?
he's shit.
He's bloody taken shots before that we had no chance, and there we go.
I don't think he trusted his left foot.
No.
Here he is on the ball now again.
We've had 2 shots on target
See,
now.
not bad.
How have we had that much possession?
We just literally done nothing with it.
They're terrible, Newcastle.
They are
Really?
like
That's one thing we're overlooking here. They are shit.
Like
And
this.
we
This
are
is
just as bad.
this is the worst team.
Newcastle are utterly crap.
This is the worst team in the Premier League.
Playing
Sheffield
against
United at least
Newcastle.
show some sort of heart.
Sheffield United are good. They've got a good manager and they've got a system that is hard to break down. Balls in. Oh,
What a
Defending.
fucking defending that was.
That, I mean, do you think United struggle for the fact that teams really fucking play up for United? They sort of lie down.
No
on
respect
it.
us
They
anymore.
lie
No
down. on
fears
it.
on
I
us.
know.
They
I know.
used
I know.
to.
I know it shouldn't. I know. I'm not talking about excuses and stuff,
good
but they really
defending
do
that.
fucking try. There is something about United to come in. We can get a result. Blah blah blah. It's just shit, isn't it? Not that that's it just shouldn't make.
I'm
a
hating
difference.
these two
Shouldn't make a
laughing behind the
difference.
camera.
but-
Do me, I
No.
do. I have no idea what they're laughing at. I'm just gonna lose my shit.
Is that corner again?
Should be. It is.
Yeah, another corner for United. Trying to claw back the... What was it? Oh, no, it wasn't Newcastle, was it? It was AZ who had like 7 corners in the first 20 minutes.
What are you laughing at?
They're just
Is
laughing
it me?
at
Said
him.
me, the young thing.
Another corner for United. McTominay half winning it.
Can't be
And
doing
just
anything
sort of
right.
bouncing around.
Crack game
Newcastle
of
come
football.
clear down the line.
And you still lose.
I'm for real putting a party on when Ashley Young leaves.
It's
So.
offside. Clearly offside.
I'm gonna actually put a party
It's
on.
not
God.
offside?
I'm gonna
Oh
invite
my
him. I'm gonna
God.
invite him.
Longstaff
Oh
scored.
my god, what a goal.
I'm sure he was offside, was he not?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a VAR of that.
Was he
But
not?
what a goal.
Please tell
Wow.
me it was. It's the ginger Longstaff.
It's not,
The one that United
it's not
didn't
even the
want.
good long
What is he called? Matty Longstaff.
Budget Longstaff's done us.
He looked well offside.
That wasn't the one who was
Well,
after.
It wasn't even the long stuff we wanted.
No, he's the shit one.
It's alright,
he
guys.
not
There's
look
20
offside?
minutes more for us not to score.
Look at this.
Fucking Bat's not
Who's
even
playing
coming
him on
back.
then? Because he looked.
Marcus Rojo, mate.
Oh, it's not. It's
Pereira.
Not. Pereira. Pereira's. You played him
Pereira's
onside,
played
man.
onside.
Why are you at
Why
centre
are
half?
you there?
Why is Pereira at centre
Played
half
5
though?
yards onside.
Hang on.
Ah!
That's just dog shit. Everyone ball watching as well. No one checks the shoulder to see what's going on behind him. And he just absolutely ghosts him. Why has McTominay been drifted over? Why is Fred drifted over? Why is Ashley Young a fucking United player? Like, why? There's so many fucking questions. Oh.
We're getting beat
Oh,
by
getting
you.
lost.
Ow.
It's insane. This is mad. It just happens every week. How can it not stop happening? How can you be just so shit for 5 years? It's mad.
It is insane. isn't it?
Fucking mad. Even when we finished second, we were shit.
So what's the plan for the party with Ashley Young's leading?
Oh, yeah, go on.
Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls.
Stephen Platt.
Just call up
Sausage
Greggs.
rolls, cake, goodie bags,
Call up Greggs.
mini plastic yo-yos.
Put
That's
like
a
a
castle.
goodie bag with like Haribo in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Lollies.
Everyone gets a slice of cake. I don't know what to do.
Only Victoria sponge though. Nothing actually good.
Just go home and start an argument with a wife.
Oh, I wish I had a wife to argue with when I go home. I just have to get in the shower and headbutt the wall. So do you think, would you say we're out of the title race if we don't win this? Or,
yeah.
because it's early. The thing is, it's early.
Right, for the Ollie Out crew, that's just about fucking
Yeah.
warming the voices.
Can I just say one thing quick?
Just tapping
Fuck
the knife
off.
against the glass, aren't they? The only
Just can I get a bit of silence, please? Give me one reason to not sack him. Oh shit, that went
Ooh,
a lot
that went
worse
well.
than I fucking thought. Who comes in and who does better?
Yeah.
Oh, Allegri was Juventus manager. Fuck off.
Who would you have?
And
No
fucking
one.
and Jose Mourinho won a fucking Champions League.
Yeah,
with Porto.
exactly.
Jose Mourinho
And
won
what-
the league with everyone. He wins loads of trophies with every team he manages, and he didn't. He could hardly win anything with United. Obviously, win the
Because
Europa
he
League.
had Ashley Young.
But we just win. It's not just the manager, is it? It's obviously not.
No.
Jose Mourinho is maybe the best manager ever, or top 5 or top 10 certainly, and he wins the league with every team he manages, and he couldn't do
Ball.
anything with United.
Over.
Rojo heads it over from 6 yards. Some manager that's. Look at
Manager's
the
not gonna
squad.
cha-
Just look at the team.
It's not going to change
Go
anything.
through the team and how bad the players
It's
in
not going
most
to make
positions
any
are.
difference whatsoever.
No
Well,
manager
I put
in
it
the
on Ollie
world.
for not changing the formation.
Yeah.
I put it on Ollie for continually selecting Ashley Young, but outside of that, there's not much else you could fucking do.
United will be 12th.
Is he taking
if
a
it
piss?
stays as it is.
12th.
2 points off the relegation zone.
But we're still ahead of Everton, which a lot of people thought we might not be at the end of the season. So
I'm
know.
wondering, we're level with Wolves. No, they're
No
above
point.
us.
Wolves. And the Wolves.
But if we beat Liverpool, we can get level with Burnley.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we're only 15
fucking
points
club,
behind
to be
Liverpool.
fair.
Boom.
That's providing Burnley fucking lose.
We're only 15 behind Liverpool.
Oh my god!
This is just dull, isn't
Shit,
it?
innit?
Imagine being 15 points behind anyone after 8 games. That is fucking insane, isn't it? Here he is.
Oh, he was going to jump on
What do you
someone.
think of the game so far, lad?
Diesel,
Diesel.
what's happening, bro?
You enjoying it? You enjoying the match?
Yeah.
He's got better tactical analysis than all
Look,
of us.
we're not
right?
going to get relegated, are we?
No.
Well,
And any of
right,
you, any
here's
of
a
you
question.
say
No,
it,
Honestly, if you think we get relegated, I'm
We're not
happy
gonna
to
get
get
relegated.
clipped up if you think we get relegated because I honestly don't think we get relegated. It's fucking shit though.
Here's a question
Mate.
for you. Why are we going to get relegated? we don't. There's no teams that we can't lose to, and there seems to be no reason that we can't lose multiple
All right,
games.
don't
in
come
a
at
row.
me with your fucking logic. All right.
Like at the end of last season. Look at him.
they're in again here. They're in again. St.
Newcastle,
Maxime,
St. Maximin, held up by Maguire there, did well.
they'll find a way to score.
Also,
probably.
look at him.
Right, mate.
I genuinely, I'm just don't know what to say.
Lost for words.
Yeah.
Lost for turds.
What?
Like the video if you fucking well devote. Like the video if you think we'll stay up.
Yeah. I think we should. We should stay up.
He's going to have a shot in it. Oh, he's not. Thankfully.
Greenwood on the right. Chips it in.
Ball.
Go.
I mean, they've defended.
Do you know
those
what?
balls
Yeah,
quite
if we
well.
got relegated, it'd be a fucking right laugh.
Mate, I'm having. Imagine
Next
fucking
season
those
would be
away days
incredible.
against
Oh, it'd
Leeds.
be mint, wouldn't it?
What if we did a
We're going to
fucking
every game.
Portsmouth?
What, all the way down? I'm going fuck, I'm still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
he
some point,
booking?
the
Actually,
great
no.
thing about the league system is
Don't
you
mind
get-
now,
you
it's
get
fucking
relegated.
1-0 Newcastle.
You keep
Don't book him now, Michael.
you go down far enough, you start winning eventually. Even if it's conference, at some point in the next 10
Can you
years,
imagine
we're going to win
coming
some
at
games.
Manchester United in the conference?
Amazing.
Because there'd probably still be a 10,000 or so there in that
I,
massive
honestly,
stadium.
honestly, they've been,
How long do you think that'd last? That stadium?
well, it would
it must be a
last
lot of
forever.
upkeep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a few million a year, isn't it?
Seat over them, top deck ones on east stand and stuff. Just a bit of cover over them. Not going to use them, lads. Unless the rugby's on.
Oh God, it's insane. Isn't it?
Ben just texted me, just won 50 quid on the fact Rowo was going to get booked for that challenge. Every cloud, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Rain isn't great for your car.
That's true.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I've got a snorkel.
That'd be great.
Swimming home.
Like Top Gear, where the water just up to your chest driving home.
That's
Are those
awful.
tears?
dreadful.
That was awful from us.
Those are tears.
There's a reason why we don't talk about the game a lot on these watch-alongs. It's because it's
You know
awful.
what I'm saying?
Hang on, mate. Oh, it's nice having him here, actually. It's a little therapy dog for us, isn't it?
You take him in places now.
Yeah.
He's my, what do they call them?
Mental support dogs. No,
Yeah, he's my mental
yeah.
support dog, my United fan.
This is Louis Van Gaal, our mental
What you do have to do is
support
get him
dog.
like a United collar and like
my mate's done that. She went.
emotional support dog.
Yeah.
My mate in the States went to a doctor and she's now got a letter that says she's taking.
I thought you were going to say she now got a leopard. I was like, fucking hell, you can't get one of them, can you?
No, she's
Emotional
got a letter.
support leopard.
No, literally, she can take the dog on a plane.
What are you allowed? What animals are you allowed? Could I have a
Can I get a
fucking
lizard?
lobster?
Yeah.
Just a crab on a
lobsters.
lead.
Yeah, lobsters.
Crab on a lead.
My emotional
An
support
animal
scorpion.
support lobster.
A crab in a fish tank on a trolley. just pushing that around with you everywhere. I'd love that.
Why are Arsenal fans trying to laugh at us? You couldn't fucking beat us the other night, and we was well.
Oh, hang on a minute. Not Arsenal fans. I don't want to talk about a club whose only competition is fucking Tottenham for shitness. So
are we above Tottenham?
no,
We're not.
No.
Fuck's sake!
Yeah, it's
Give me a positive.
it is a
there
positive.
isn't a positive.
What now? You want me to give you one?
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking Norwich is shit. Norwich have only got 6
How
points.
is that? How is
We're
that
above
a
Villa.
positive?
What? There's 6 teams that... No, there's 8 teams that we're above. We're above Villa. Yeah, at least, we're above Rob's team.
Fucking hell, Rob Villa are well shit.
Yeah. Aston Villa. Only got 8 points. Shit. Rubbish.
Yeah, imagine not having 9.
I know, 9 points is the
I've
minimum
not
that
seen
every good
United play
team
for
has.
is it 10 days now after this? Longer?
Yeah,
2
and then
weeks?
it's Liverpool at home.
Here's a
No.
positive for you then.
No.
United have done better against big teams recently, so we might have some chance of not being humiliated.
Ashley Young's getting
Beat
something to
Chelsea,
have
we
it
drew
on
with
the card.
Arsenal. Is that a positive for you?
We're above Sheffield United.
We're for Sheffield United and they're a big
On
team.
goal difference.
Goal difference.
Yeah, but it's all about goal difference. When it comes down to it,
We drew.
United
a
have
league
lost the
on
leagues
goal
on goal difference before.
Drew.
So,
Drew.
let's not rule it
Drew a
out.
league.
Drew a league.
Drew a league. We just let them have a trophy.
So we lost a trophy on goal difference before. Drew a league, we let them have the trophy.
Can we go home now?
I'll go home if you want.
I'm not doing a review on my channel.
Why not? What if you pull it out of the bag?
They're not going to it.
I honestly don't even think I'd be
Go on.
shouting about like I normally am if we get a fucking
Like,
winner.
yeah!
If we score 2 goals, it's just not.
You got a free kick, 20 yards out. Fred and Pereira
He's
stood over
blasting this over, isn't he?
it. Come on, lads, stick it in. Give us some. 10 minutes to go. Make it 1-1. Here he comes.
Top deck, yeah. Tier 2. Oh no, right into the wall. Happy days.
Hit the wall in the knee.
Touch.
Did Fred just really just not even attempt to control that? Yeah.
They don't know any good songs we can sing. Oh.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking say that.
St. Maximin coming off Christian Atsu. He's been alright for them, actually.
And my iPad's broke. What a fucking nightmare.
You go in, mate.
Oh, he's gone. Dog's gone.
Gone down.
Dog's gone.
Legs going on.
Oh. Anyone got any
See,
good-
this is you lads' fault because you made us talk about football.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was fucking buzzing talking about steak.
What's your favourite orange?
Tropicana without the bits.
You don't like bits?
Bits make
love the
oranges.
bits.
make
Love it.
oranges.
I like extra
Bits
bits.
of mint, yeah.
Have you had the extra bits, Tropicana?
Of course you do.
What? Loads of people like orange juice with
No,
bits.
of course you
That's
do.
not weird.
After spending
I like
a
bits.
fucking month with you, just
Yeah.
fucking looking at the random shit.
I'd
you
never
eat,
go for the extra
Of
bits,
course
that's-
you.
No, but
I like
bits
the
are- I
weird.
think bits do make it better.
Yeah, it does.
Proper cure for a hangover that as well. Orange, fresh orange juice with bits in.
I love it. Oh, we all thought Rojo was going to hit it from 45
Why
yards out
not,
there.
mate? Fucking make my day a bit better. I had a lovely weekend. And,
Did you?
and now this.
My weekend was alright.
Football's the worst bet.
It is.
It is, isn't it?
Who's always doing it?
Shut up, Cameron. Fucking glass you.
Yeah, football's...
How's the archery going? Steve?
It's alright, actually.
Oh yeah, how's it going?
Still do it? Or
It fucking hurts my fingers.
Does it?
Yeah, it is hurting my fingers.
Tell the people what you're talking about, Ross.
So, alright, so Cameron just went, how's the archery going, Steve? So, this isn't me just trying to fucking vicariously become Joe Rogan.
Say
It's
that.
actually my missus, who was, for ages, wanted to do a bit of archery. And then my mum's booked us on some fucking thing where, like,
How dare
you've
she?
got to do archery.
How
Like,
dare
Was
she?
she
next year. Right. And she's like, let's have a little competition. Like,
Balancing the apple
my
on the
mum and
head.
my dad, me and my missus, and my sister and her husband. So I was like, what, you're just going to fucking turn up on the day and do it, or are you gonna spend £100 on a fucking bow and arrow and practice for 8 months?
Like anyone
before
would.
Yeah, not of course.
Obviously gonna do that. Well, like I said, Janine's always wanted to do archery,
Young out.
and I go and do a bit of shooting every now and then. So I was like, well, fuck it, why not? So I bought a load of bows, like carbon fibre bows. Bought a nice polystyrene target for the garden. Just knock fuck out of it.
Are you any good?
No.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because obviously I think my garden needed to be a bit longer, or where I'm putting the target needs to be a bit.
His garden's 4 feet long, so
So obviously there's an ideal distance that you want to be firing from.
yeah.
And where that is at the moment, I'm aiming about 6 feet in front of the target on the floor just to hit the target. And I'm dragging it to the right a little bit as well, which I'm struggling getting zeroed in on.
Is there anyone in the comments who's ever done any archery? Can you give some advice to Steele
There's
now?
Chong's on the pitch.
Ashley
now,
Young's
by the
gone
way.
off.
There's no yellow card. It doesn't
We're
matter.
already
Doesn't
losing
matter.
1-0 anyway,
Yeah.
so who gives a fuck?
This is a good youth player, isn't it?
Rojo's now captain.
No, you're not. You're not.
Ah.
That's good. I like these captain. Respect.
You just reminded me, actually. I might bring the fucking arrow in tomorrow and just fucking make Cameron run around the office all day long.
That'd be good.
Penance for
He's
existing.
going to fucking report it to HR.
His wife. Fantastic
She'd
system.
shoot you as well, I think.
No.
If you killed someone, Steve, do you think she'd cover you?
Yeah, I reckon you might.
You think she'd cover you? She'd
Depends
be...
who it is.
Depend who, yeah.
Yeah, if it was her, probably not.
No.
If you were shooting at Stain, you've got to watch his glasses. Though.
Yeah, don't shoot him in his glasses. They were expensive.
Well, this is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
The good thing about it is that in about 5 minutes it's going to be over.
Lovely. So, man of the match, anyone?
Well, he's gone to 3 at the back
Right.
now.
Yep. My man of the match.
Patreon massive. I'll be doing the Patreon pod tomorrow. So I'll give views guys that
Nice
tomorrow.
Maguire.
I am not doing a review. I'm probably not going to do the Devils review either. I'm just going to fucking go home. I'm going to put I don't know. I was going to think of a really fucking cheesy song to say.
A bit of Eurasia.
Oh, good, yeah.
There you go. Get in the bath. Do you ever have baths?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't seem like the type. I would, but
I'm far too fucking intense for a bath. A bath's like a relaxing thing, isn't it? Like a candle. Have a bath? No.
really,
No.
you just get in the shower and scream instead.
Yeah. I mean, don't you?
I've seen too much.
Just scream into the void.
Yeah. Scream into the plug.
Doesn't everyone wake up like that, man?
Everything right? Yep. Fine. Absolutely fine. Cheers. Yeah, I don't have baths either. They're always just cold, aren't they? Always cold before you get in them because my water tank's not big enough.
I was going to say that's not a problem most people have.
Really?
There you go.
I think so.
Steve Bruce's first win against
Fuck
that.
me. Fuck me.
Steve Bruce's. Yeah, this will be Steve Bruce's first win against United. I know you sort of said that, but
I know tomorrow I'll be able to probably think rationally about it, but right
you-
now all I can do is just.
You can watch 5 minutes leave it.
No, there's nothing.
When will the questions chat on Discord be up for the pod? I think some already, mate. Go and check it out. Oh my fucking god, Liverpool gonna win the fucking league.
No, I'm not talking about Liverpool. Nope.
Right, let's be
happening.
serious now. How do we get this fucking season voided?
what can you do? Start a world
You
war?
said World War, didn't you? That was
Yeah,
done
I
now.
think we
that's
just
what
got
you
to
said
fucking keep tweeting Trump like,
Well,
you
I mean,
what North Korea
apparently-
is saying about you, mate.
You hear what
Jesus.
Jurgen Klopp's saying about you, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you probably have to do a lot because apparently the FA and FIFA are all alright with the Qatar World Cup. So,
That's true.
they're not going to void that or change that, are they? So, you'd probably have to literally
Fred
have.
could get
a
Hayden
I'll
country
Gonzalez
killing
says, y'all should
people.
make a fund to buy the club. Now, here's the thing, right?
Oh, I wish.
Even if you had 4 or 5 billion, you can walk up to the fucking Glazers and be like, let me buy the club, and you go, no. And you go, well, that was plan A then. Please?
Thanks, Cam.
Well, don't shag him then. Oh, Steve Bruce is having a fucking double chippy tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was anyway, but he's really going to
He's-
enjoy it.
Well, now he's earned it now.
Yeah, he's earned it.
He's getting the gravy on top now.
Yeah.
I think he lives on the same street as Brian Robson still.
Does he? Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
The only person I ever know of that's come from Chesterland Street. Not many famous sons, Chesterley
No.
Street.
Is it not? I don't
Not
know
many
about
favourite
it.
sons of a lot of Manchester.
Chesterley Street's in the northeast, you fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I can't really think at this point.
I think we're going to lose.
The mundaneness
think-
has taken over.
I think we've considered that.
No, I think we've just lost to Newcastle.
We're not getting relegated.
No, of course we're not. Fred might be though.
Are we? Are we getting relegated?
No.
No.
What if we did?
I mean,
What if
honest-
we did? We just didn't win another game for the rest of the season.
What if
Well,
what if
enjoy the
get
fucking
relegated?
journey.
Yes.
If we did get
mental, wouldn't
relegated, I would be going on away days in the Championship. Excellent.
That would be good, actually, wouldn't it?
I'd actually be able to make it to Old Trafford. for
Robert,
some
what are you
games.
doing? Why are you on the roof? Don't do this, Rob. It's not that bad.
4 minutes at a time? No. Just give me one.
4
I can go
minutes. Anyway, what are people saying in the chat? What have we got?
They could sack Ollie.
I know
They
that
could
would,
just
that's the
do it.
weird thing, isn't it? Not
I'm
weird,
just
but that's
like-
Nah.
It
They
could
can't
get them.
knock back the fucker.
If they-
Sell
if
half the
they-
team out from underneath them and go, well, should have done better.
If they do it, I honestly don't know what. I think I don't know what I'd do.
This is the worst I've felt watching United in 6 years.
Yeah, fully.
This is
100%.
worse than
This
this,
has been-
is the worst it's been.
all of the shit that we've been through. This is the worst. This is bottom. This is the bottom. It can't get worse. Can
The
it?
don't know.
Moyes stuff
The
was
Moyes
bad
stuff
though because
was-
it was such a stark contrast to the
I mean,
season
that
before.
was bad, but this is like abject
got-
misery. We had a bit of optimism going into the morning. We knew it was going to be crap. We just wanted to believe.
Always out the way. We don't have Sanchez no more. Maybe that's why. Maybe we need a new lyric.
Slabhead.
Sancho.
We've got Slabhead.
So we don't have Sancho either.
No, that's what we need.
Why would Sancho come here? Why wouldn't he just go to Barcelona and win a Champions League? Why
Why,
would
do
he
they
come
want
here?
him?
Not gonna go.
That's boring.
Who says
Imagine
they
winning
want
every
him?
week.
Playing behind Messi. He's definitely getting the team for United. We'll give you probably 600 grand a week. Play every game, and you'll hate it.
He is mint as well, Sancho.
What do you reckon?
He's Manchester.
Mick Ruby says
he is
anything
quite
good on
good.
TV.
Those who
Not on
say
our
Ollie
TV.
must be given
No.
time. Remember he relegated Cardiff. He got Cardiff relegated. Well, he actually had a better fucking points per game than Malcolm at
He
Cardiff.
actually, he actually did a lot
Let's
to.
not
He
get
did a
fucking
lot to
facts
try and
getting in the
keep
way of your
Cardiff up.
fucking story, you dick.
It's just like completely pointless. But he'd probably be a good centre back, aerially anyway. He's good enough to keep out our lack of attack anyway. Just-
Moyes was way better than this.
No,
No, he won. Noyes took over the champions and had fucking Robin van Persie.
I've never felt worse
Ryan
watching,
Giggs.
but Moyes was worse.
Paul Scholes.
End of
No,
conversation.
Scholes had already
Scholes had
gone.
gone. Ferdinand.
Rooney, Ferdinand, Evra,
Fucked it all up.
Vidic still, just.
Yedlin breaking.
You had Kagawa. Imagine what Kagawa would look like in his fucking team at the minute.
He would be playing. He'd be sat on the bench and we're going, why aren't he playing?
No, we're not. He's not. Ole's not Jose
Dom, what should I
Mourinho.
put for the text for the full-time post? Just put.
Get lost.
Don't put anything.
If you can't beat Newcastle, who can you beat?
No one.
Good question.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that, actually.
It's dreadful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
I mean, I'm sure there's Arsenal and Liverpool fans and stuff watching this and find it hilarious. I mean,
course.
we're
Ball.
we're in the
First time
same
he's touched
we're
the
in
ball.
the same. I mean, Arsenal are still crap, but we're in the same place that Liverpool were. What
Arsenal are third,
6
though.
years ago? Yeah, but Arsenal's still crap.
Yeah. Problem is, though, Liverpool.
No matter what
Liverpool
happened,
did this for
no matter what,
30
no
years.
matter what
Sixth,
happens,
so-
Arsenal will still be as big a banter club as we are at the moment because it's Arsenal, and they think they're going
That's
to
kicking
win the
it.
league every season.
Umi says, "Where's Phelan? Not seen him on the touchline lately."
He was out there
No.
a minute ago, just not shouting.
I wonder what he's.
I heard a little yarn, which was that Ollie wanted him as the director of football, and Ed wouldn't sanction it. So I wonder if he's kind of just doing that. without the official title.
Potentially.
Um,
That would explain why I haven't
Howson,
signed
the
one
ranting
either.
and raving review you would be legendary. I got no interest in a fucking ranty ravey review. I got no interest in doing
Hang
any
on.
kind of review,
Hang
lads.
on, hang on.
Because I'll just text Jay from Devils, so I'm not doing it, and I'm not doing this either.
Oh my! It's
It
not.
would
It's
hurt.
not. It's
It
not.
would
He
hurt.
does get elbowed in the face, but it's completely
Yeah.
accidental. It's
It would hurt
completely
him, but I
accidental.
don't think it's a red card or anything. Carroll just sort of
Did you
lifted his arm. Although Fellaini would have been booked for
Checking it,
that.
aren't they?
He's not going
Can
to.
we get rid of the comments?
probably meant it.
The tournament will tell us
true.
if it's a penalty or not.
It's not
Oh,
going to be a penalty anyway. It's a dead ball. It'd be a red card or
Full time, I think it was.
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
They can't give a penalty for that, can they?
No, it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. I just wouldn't put it past some refs. This is going over everybody's head, isn't it?
Last chance for United here.
Oh.
Really? Is this what we're resorted to now? I'm not even excited to see that.
It'd make him more of a legend, wouldn't it? Right, go on, stick it in now. Over everybody's
And
head.
Everyone.
That definitely is a corner. Hey, give it as well.
Give full time.
Full time. 1-0 Newcastle.
Tremendous.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back for a review in a few minutes. See you later.